personally, that's going to be the hurdle. Is like
Yeah.
understanding. Like I don't do that check first, right? So
Yeah,
like,
yeah. You want to?
I did a check. I got a 1. I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, right.
I changed my mind.
Changed my mind.
It's my favorite thing.
Atticus
and I'm not
almost
sure if I'll
sprayed
do it
his
with you guys
screen.
yet. Stealthing.
I know that's
It's like, yeah, you stealth. Okay, you are attempting to stealth. Someone attempts to see you. Now roll me the stealth check. You don't get to roll and then choose what you do. You're going.
Which seems really obvious, but like you know those things when you're playing video games and stuff like that for the most part, right? Like there's indicators and stuff like that. So like,
But if you were that
my
character, you
experience
have no
is the
idea.
opposite.
Yeah, we're going to be
right.
less aware
Yeah.
of our behaviors and how they affect the environment until
with
Master DM tells us what we've
With my
done.
intelligence, we're going to be in trouble.
All right, let's
What about your
let's go-
character?
Yeah, well, that too. Yeah, no, both. Yeah, both.
Let's get started, shall we?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. So, Attic shaking his head. No, no. All right. Along the dusty track, you've all walked many times. The road to Miletus is hard sometimes, but this time of the year, it's relatively nice. The sun's dripping low, casting shadows across the road. You've all stopped around a well. Sometimes some of you just to get water, some of you for a small rest before the last walk. Travelers drift by slowly, listening to the bard that plays. People just making their way through the town. Suddenly, you hear the sound of thunderous hooves. A single horse bolts around the corner from where you've come. Atop it, a rider, clad in dark clothing and a gold mask, littered with arrows. The horse shrieks as it continues to stride, almost barreling into the travelers, before suddenly it topples over into the dirt. Everyone stands in shock at what's just happened. The horse still seems to be gasping as the man with the mask lays on the ground, unmoving. What would you like to do?
I walk over. I walk over to the man. Check for a pulse.
Roll me a medicine check.
D20.
Yep.
Oh! Ooh!
Yeah, it doesn't take much to tell this guy is dead.
Oh no!
Covered in arrows.
First death of the campaign.
Unsure if it was from the horse fall or from the arrows previous. As you've gotten closer, you've been able to realize that this isn't just a man, this is a return. And he's been dead for quite some time. Longer than what that took.
DM question real quick. We are all together?
You're all in the same area.
Right. Okay.
If you look on Astral, I've just placed you all around kind of the well. He's
I
come
can't
around.
see
He's come around.
Crab's character.
Mm,
I can't see.
really?
I can see
Amos.
me, me and Fluffy next to each other, and then Azoth on the other side of the well.
And you can't see. Okay, that's strange.
Can anyone else see Crab's character, or is that just me?
No, I can see
No,
him.
I only see 3.
Yeah, I only see 3 as well.
I can see him.
Oh, you can?
Yep.
Give it a quick refresh.
I see
if that helps.
everybody. Yeah. I see everybody.
Those that can't
Every
see.
time I
give it a quick
refresh, I have to load back in. By the way, like it's
Yeah.
kind of
It's
Okay,
it's
now I
just-
see it.
it's
Now I
just-
see it. I just refreshed.
So
Yeah,
yeah, it's
same
just generally you were just around there. Lindor was playing just for the people passing by and the people stopping at the well, and then you
Just
others that were
tooting.
on your way back were
just tooting the sack.
heading back,
butt.
tooting the sack butt,
Um,
and the horses collapsed just kind of around the corner. I'll put a quick mark on if you guys want to see about where, just about there.
Okay.
I follow.
Came around the corner, hurtled down the road, and then the horse has collapsed with the rider next to it.
I follow Amos over, and I check the arrows that are all riddled through the body, and just see what
roll
kind will
me-
make there.
Sure. Roll me a history check.
That's an 8.
They're black arrows. You're not really sure where they're from.
Okay.
You're sure you've seen them before, but you're not sure where.
Can I? Amos is going. So after he's checked for a pulse and realized that this person is dead, Amos is going to look up and he's going to check the surrounding area from where the rider came from for any sign of disturbances or anything else that looks out of the odd.
Roll me a perception check.
Right. Oh, that's not great. It's a 5. Straight out 5.
Other than the crowd kind of people that are kind of sitting back and looking kind of warily, you don't see much. There's a few people that are actually kind of approaching. Fluffy standing near you and a couple others that look like they're a little more maybe prepared for something, but nothing crazily out of the ordinary.
Can I approach this guy and give him a bit of a pat down? See
Go
what's
for
on
it.
his person?
Roll me an investigation check.
Investigation. $15.
15. So you reckon. So as you're patting him down, you notice his mask, a golden mask. You've after having a look at him like this, you're well aware that he is a returned. And upon taking off the mask, you notice across the inside of the mask all these glyphs and characters covering the inside of the mask. And you can't understand it, but what you can understand is amongst all that, in larger text, is the word Kahir.
Do I know what script that is?
Just as you're trying to think about that, all of a sudden you hear the sound of racing footsteps rolling like thunder from that direction. And three more riders round the bend on horses. 3 more returned, 2 with bows. Come around the corner, approaching. And I'd like you guys to roll for initiative.
Hey, here we go! Woo!
We're already dead though, so like we win? That's not how it works.
That's a D20, right?
D20.
Yeah.
Just one.
And no modifiers, right?
Yeah.
If you whatever your modifier is.
For your initiative modifier.
A
yeah,
little side
yeah.
note.
Okay.
There's a
Oh,
bot that we could use in Discord for the dice. I don't know if you knew that.
I've got a tracker on. Astral has a tracker that I can use.
Okay.
Where's the initiative modifier? Sorry.
Underneath your AC.
Yep.
On
Okay,
your
cool.
sheet.
Yep. I rolled a 7. Or a 7 total.
12 for me.
Give me a second. What I'll do is I'll just ask everyone individually.
Okay.
Because I just need to put through my guys first.
I need to retire this dice already.
Yeah, me too.
Moved.
That didn't take long.
Mine too. Mine's digital. How does that work?
Garbage. Find a new website, bro.
Run your virus scanner. Delete any
I've been hacked. I'm only getting ones.
malware.
All right. Azoth, what's yours?
12. Sorry.
Amos,
Is that-
what's yours?
I know my name.
7.
And that's Azoth. Sorry, Azoth.
Azoth. Azoth, my apologies. Fluffy.
An 8.
And Lyndall.
5.
Lindale, is it?
Oh my goodness, we all rolled like absolute chumps. We have
Lyndall,
0
Lyndall.
chance.
Lyndall? Okay.
We rolled so poorly.
As you all
I'm
look
so
up
glad it's only for
and
initiative.
see these returned round the corner on their horses, the one at the back seems more like the leader than the others. More ornate clothing. Screams out, "Step away from the body, you bleeders," as he opens up a force of energy and arcs it forward towards. Well, first of all, I want to say something. Is this how you guys were stationed? Because
No, I would have
Well,
been right up next to.
I've walked up to the body and I've checked
Yeah.
for a pulse and then I've looked up, so I would be
Yeah.
there.
And I would
so
be
you
right here
have
as well.
Azoth.
I was
So
still
you're
in
up near the
front.
body. You're up near there. What about you, Lindor? Would you have been
Lindell
hanging
didn't
back?
move, man. He didn't do a thing.
He's still entertaining the crowd
He's
with
still,
his sack
he's
butt.
still tooting his sack butt, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. As a bulk of arcane energy heads towards Azoth.
Mm.
And that's a pretty good roll. 17 to hit.
Yeah. That hits.
Take 5 necrotic damage.
Oh, I'm resistant to necrotic.
Take 2
So,
necrotic damage.
Oh yeah.
Is it round up or down? Yeah. We'll round down.
Round down.
Sure. I feel like I don't know. I don't remember what it is.
just
but
to-
if we
just-
just constantly round down, we're fine.
Going back real quick, you said that the name in the golden face mask was Kahir. Is that what you said?
Yes.
How do you spell that?
KHEA.
Khea. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Cool. He's going to charge up. He's going to throw another attack out. Does a 22 hit? I mean, yeah.
Are you're
Still at me?
Still at
Yeah.
Azor?
He gets to it. Yep.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's 6 damage, so 3.
Yeah, oof.
3, no worries.
It is now Azoth's turn.
Dang.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah. What would you like to do?
Yeah,
Let's go.
I've lost all. Okay, God, I've clicked the wrong thing. I need about 20 screens right now. My stream and my character sheet.
We'll
half on
figure it.
one.
We'll figure it out.
I got you guys up the top sliver. All right. You bastard. Okay.
You bastard.
Here we go. Because it worked so well for me last time. Oh no, that's an action, and I was invisible last time. Okay, no worries. Yeah. That's okay. He's in range, so I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at the captain-looking one.
Sure.
The one that just fired upon me.
No worries. Roll me an attack.
Okay, and with Pact of the Blade, because it's a +1/+1.
That's for your weapon, not for your Eldritch Blast.
Oh, okay.
I'm
All right,
assuming
no
you're
worries.
using-
All right, so it's just +6 then. No worries. That is a
Hey.
19.
that is a natural 1.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. That is a rocked by this necrotic energy eating at you. Even it doesn't hit you as hard.
Even with the resistance.
Even with the resistance, you're like, ugh, and you kind of tense up too much as you go for the blast, and it flies off into the trees. Hear it from some possible travelers in the background.
Oh no.
That's your
You
action.
killed
Anything else
Timmy!
you'd like to do? You got
Yeah.
your movement bonus.
Damn it.
I think for your bonus, you would have actually had to summon your weapon to use as a focus, unless you.
Oh, my
used it
hex
for
blade.
focus. Yeah.
Oh, so that's a bonus, and I'm
I
going to do it
believe
at
that's a
the start of-
bonus. Yeah.
the start of every conflict, essentially.
Well, if you want to do anything in that conflict, probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless you just want to stand there and punch people, which
Be
you
nice.
are welcome to do.
Okay. All right. So that was my bonus action that I did first. We'll say I did first. I'm going to use my movement to. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. To go towards as close as I can get to the bushes.
Okay.
South of me. 30 feet.
In the bushes.
Okay. Sure. So about there.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Awesome.
And that ends my turn.
Awesome. So next up, we have one of the other returns turn. and he is going to ride in and then fire off his bow. And he's just kind of going for the people that are near the bodies. So that's going to be... He rides in, drawing back, and fires off. Yeah, that's a 10 to hit against you, Fluffy.
Nope.
Arrow skips across in the dirt. And then you're up, Fluffy.
I would like to rage.
Wonderful.
So as my action, no, bonus action, I'd like to rage. And as my action, I will don my Cloak of Stars. And so I shroud myself in my Cloak of Stars, and I piss bolt towards into the face of the Return 2, as far as I can go.
35 to there. Is that pretty good?
Perfect.
Happy with that?
Yep.
You got 34.
Yeah.
You all watch as the hulking mass of muscle, which is Fluffy, screams out in a roar of rage, turns his body into a shimmer of stars, and bolts forward, drawing forward his axe. As he waits. Next up, we got Amos.
Right. Just quick DM question. AC is what you have to roll above that for it to hit me?
Equal
Or above. Okay, cool. All right. Amos is heading straight for the tree line to gain advantage, basically. So we're heading straight for the tree line. So we're going, like 1, 2, 3, 4. So like there, probably. I think that's about as far as I can know. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're drawing my short bow, and we are. Amos is going to attack return 2 with his short bow.
Wonderful.
So
we are Amos runs over to the cover near the trees, draws back, fires off.
Is a natural 2.
Oh.
Arrow goes into one of the trees.
Yeah. And then
Not a great start.
can I use a bonus action to cast minor illusion?
I
As a
believe
ca-
that's an act. I believe that's
It's a
an action.
cantrip.
Yeah, but as
It's still an action.
Still an action.
Okay, cool. No problem. And then that ends my turn.
Okay. Next up, we have the other returned, who is also going to come forward, and then he is going to attack the giant Leonin that's right in front of him.
Let's
Draws
go.
back and fires his bow. That is a 17 to hit.
It's
Wonderful. You take 9 piercing. Oh, sorry, wrong weapon. Yeah, no, that's right. 8 piercing damage.
okay.
So down to 4.
Yep.
As the returned rides in, letting off one of its black arrows, digs into your shoulder, and then we've got Lindor. Take it away.
I see how angry the returned are at us messing with the body, and move hesitantly toward Azoth. My full 30 feet.
30 feet gets you about there.
And then cast Bardic Inspiration on Azoth with a loud trumpet from my sack butt.
With a wondrous trumpet, you feel a surge of invigoration, Azoth. You can add a d6 to an ability check or attack roll.
I can feel it in my sack and my butt.
Lyndall, that was only your bonus action. It's a bonus action to inspire. You still have your action if you like.
I am going to hold.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Are you gonna hold a particular? By hold, are you gonna just hold a particular action, or are you just gonna wait? You're just gonna.
I'm just going to wait.
Cool. Do you want to just
Just see what
if you're,
happens.
if you're not doing anything, you can just take like the dodge action. So if anyone attacks you, they've got disadvantage on the attack.
I can do that
You can do
without having. Okay, yeah, let's do.
that.
I'll do that then.
Because if you're not holding a specific action, you're just going to be doing nothing with your action. So you might as well just take the dodge, or you can dash to move around.
Because I'll have my next action next turn. Yeah, I'll dodge.
Cool. Okay. We will then jump back up to the captain, who is going to move forward, and then blast forward another. Will bring in a surge of dark energy and push it forward towards the Leonin, who is the only one he's got a really good clear line of sight on at the moment. And that's a 5 to hit. That's
I was going to say
that's a
with
natural one.
disadvantage too, just FYI.
Ah, yeah, got the disadvantage. Wonderful. So you've already put the cloak on. Second attack is a 5 to hit. 10 to hit, sorry.
No.
Yeah. Walks forward, brings up an arcane blast. These 2 arcane blasts, lets him fly. Just can't manage to get him to hit. As it goes on to be... Azoth, you're up again.
Yes. I would like to move to the left, so staying in the lane I'm in terms of squares. I want to get within 30 feet of the returned returned leader.
You want to get within 30 feet of him.
Within 30 feet.
So you are 65 feet away. You only have 30 feet of movement. So you won't be able to make it. Oh, actually, if your range kind of extends from... No, yeah, your range extends from you, so... Not quite.
That's okay. All right, maybe I'll wait for him to move. That's okay. All right, I will hold that for now then. So with the plus D6 to my attack roll, is that to hit?
Yes.
Something? Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll have to wait till the captain gets closer, the leader gets closer, I guess. All right, I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast again at the leader. And I'm going to use my plus D6.
So
Thank you, Lyndall.
Give me a sec. I don't know if you have to roll it at the start.
You're welcome.
Or if you can roll your... So you can roll the D20 first, and then you can choose.
If you want to roll the...
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So you can roll that. You can roll your attack, and then if you're like, yeah, I'm happy with that roll, you can be like, cool. And then if you're like, then you can add the D6.
Do I have to tell you what it is first?
You can pick. You look at your roll and be like, do I want to add this or not?
Plus 6. Oh, surely. Okay, so that's 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Nice.
I'm gonna
save
the D6.
Roll me damage.
That is 1d10 plus 4. 1d10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, d10. It's 11 damage. 11 force damage.
Nice. You watch as Azoth turns his sword towards the returned at the back, and this arcing energy beams out, blasting into the returned's shoulder, almost knocking it off its horse. It manages to keep its seating though.
And I'm gonna hold my ground.
Okay.
That'll win my turn.
End your turn. Wonderful. Next up, we have.
Yes.
Did you move? Did you want to move? You said
No,
you just
no,
wanted
no,
to-
Sorry,
yeah,
I might have missed that because
Yeah.
you didn't move
Yeah.
because you couldn't get close enough. Okay, my fault.
So this returned, he's gonna come forward, and he is going to strike you with his spear
Me? Yeah, cool.
from mounted, which I believe gives him advantage. Get wrecked, boy.
Which would be removed because of my cloak
Yes,
of stars.
it's just a regular attack. I'm aware, but it's better than disadvantage. Just for that little smugness. Does an 18 hit?
Yes, it hits.
He's only wielding it with one hand at the moment, though, so that is 6 points of piercing damage,
So 3.
8 points of poison damage.
Ooh. So
does not get halved. You are not resistant to poison damage.
No, so what was it? It was it?
Uh,
It was 6 and 3, 6 and 8, yeah.
6 and 3. Yeah, so it'd be 11 damage in total.
Yeah, yeah. Maths. is
Cool.
hard.
Digs in with its spear, holds its, and then holds up, rearing to go for another attack. As you're on deck.
All right, so I'm going to move into the. If I move past
He
the
gets
one that's in front of me.
opportunity Attack.
Yep.
Okay. How far away is the second return guy?
If you leave his range, is how it works. The second guy is. There's no way you could be you could be in range of both of them if that's what you're trying to do. If you were to move to, for instance, if you were to move here, you're within 10 feet of him.
But the other guy would get an attack of opportunity against me.
No, not to move there. Only if you moved outside of his range.
That's where I want to
Technically,
move
you can
to.
kind of like skirt around someone,
Okay.
as if you're kind of like if you like kind of face
So
up against
I'll-
someone, you can kind of go around.
Right. Okay. So I'll move into that space there,
Okay.
and I will not
I know what's coming.
daunting roar. It was as a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Is it? Hang on. Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That is a. What's your DC?
13.
One success, one fail.
Yes.
You watch as the one right by your side that just chucked a spear into you rears back. You can't see its face through its gold mask, but it visibly looks like it's trying to get away from you.
DM question: do the horses need to take a save throw too?
Sure. You said 13?
13.
One success, one fail. The opposite. Okay.
Extra confusing.
We're gonna say.
Horse was like, "Nah, I'm fine." The other guy was like, "Yeah."
What a wuss.
One
Look at
guy's-
that guy.
One guy's
Imagine
petrified and
being
his
that
horse
horse.
is fine. The other guy's horse is petrified and he's fine. Oh man, that's funny.
Okay. So the one with the paw, that's the frightened one. And the other guy's horse is frightened.
Sure.
Um.
Well, I'm going to round on the bloke that is frightened of me, and I am going to have a hack at him with my great axe.
Go ahead.
That is a that is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits. Roll me damage.
And 6. Well, that was cocked. 3. 8 plus 6. So 8 slashing.
That's including your
and-
rage damage.
No, it's not. 10. 10
plus
slashing.
6,
10 plus
16.
10 slashing damage plus 6 radiant damage.
Excellent. You all watch as this hulking Leonin runs in the middle of the returns, lets out this mighty roar before bringing his axe into the back of one of the returns, cleaving through a section of its torso. He's still up though. Anything else? That's the turn.
I think that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's all I want to do.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amos, you're up. Yep.
All right, so I will keep moving into the tree line. So we'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So about there.
Mhm.
Do I have advantage on this?
No, you have not hidden. You would need to take an action to hide. Try to
Okay.
stealth.
That's fine. We'll stay there. And then we're going to attack with the short bow again into return 2.
Roll me an attack.
Here we go. So it's a 6, so 12.
12 misses.
Misses. Rolls terrible. Is it a action to cast Mage Hand? Because I can see it's a bonus action to actually move it,
To move
but,
it, but it's
to
an
cast
action
it.
to cast
Okay,
it.
cool. Okay, no problem. And then I guess that ends my turn.
Cool. That'll be the other return's turn. He is going to leap off of his horse as it bolts away.
Hmm.
And he will run up to you and attempt to attack you with his spear. Does a 16 hit
Oh, just yes.
through disadvantage?
Through disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take
You can edit your hit points as well in the bottom corner.
9 points of piercing damage
It's a 4.
and 7 points of poison damage.
Dang. Alright.
Is the 9 half though?
The
Yeah.
9 will be halved.
9 times. I'm still taking a big hit. You guys have got to get in and help me.
What is your
I'm-
health actually?
I'm
just for
hurting.
the sake of everyone to be able to see.
8.
God,
I was
no.
not keeping track. The Lion Man!
You guys got no idea who each other is.
You're too sexy to die. Look at that mane.
Oh,
Ouch.
shit.
Okay, next up
How does
is Lindell.
poison work? I'm sorry for asking that. How does poison work? Does it tick over?
It's just a damage type.
Okay,
Um,
it doesn't.
Sometimes
DOT
it
or
will do
anything?
other things, but this is just a this is just a damage type.
Okay.
You're up, by the way, Lindell.
Lindell, seeing how horrifically injured the beautiful lion Leonin is, rushes to aid and moves as close as possible.
With just your movement or with the dash?
Ooh. How far can I move with the dash?
Dash, you'll be able to move 60 feet, and then you'd also have your movement of 30 feet. So you could get right up to him with that. But if you dash, that is an action. You won't be able to cast like any main spells. You'd only have your bonus action spells.
No, I just move as far as I can move my foot.
Cool. That'll put you about here.
And I cast Healing Word in attempt to regain his life as soon as possible.
Wonderful. Roll me the heal. It's a D4 plus your charisma modifier.
Yes. Sorry. I rolled a 2, and my charisma is Is that the same as my attack modifier, right?
Attack
My
modifier
sheet.
will also have your proficiency. So I believe your charisma is
Just
plus 3.
charisma.
Yeah, I believe your
It
charisma is
is.
plus 3.
No,
Yeah.
it's +4. It's +4.
Plus 4? Okay, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So
Nice.
6.
So you'll gain 6 hit points up
Cool.
to 14.
Thank you. Very much appreciated.
So
Oh, that was a bonus action.
that was a bonus action. So you've still got your action if you want to do something.
Yes.
Probably got a knife you could throw if you wanted, if you really wanted to.
Oh, sorry, I'm just measuring real quick.
Mhm.
And I cast Cloud of Daggers on Keiko Mantis.
Okay. What do I have to do for Cloud of Daggers? I don't know all the spells yet.
So, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I don't know either. I feel the air with spinning daggers in a cube 5 feet on each side, centered on a point I choose within range. A creature takes D4 slashing damage when it enters a spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there.
Okay.
So I roll my
Let me have a
D4.
quick- Let me have a quick look.
It sounds like you could cast it around him right now, and then when it's his turn,
Yeah,
it'll
If he
do
then,
damage.
then I'll take
it'll
it.
do damage.
Yeah, at
Correct.
the start of his turn, because he's in it, he'll take damage.
Yeah, if you start a
Yep.
turn inside.
That is awesome.
That is awesome.
Containment, baby.
I nearly chose that as one of my spells.
Okay,
Yeah,
right.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Where are we? Cloud of Daggers. Let me have a quick.
Mhm.
Just want to have a quick look so that I know for future. Creature takes 4d4. Oh, okay.
Sick.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Okay, so Lyndall runs forward, saying some arcane words and healing the Leonin before going again, and a cloud of daggers appear around the returned at the back, seeming to surround him. And as that happens, it goes back to his turn, and as he is riding his horse forward and keeps going, the daggers slash into him. Roll me your 4d4.
So 4 dice a d4, right? So a
Four,
total
yeah.
of 13.
4d4s. 13 damage on 4d4s. That's damn good.
Wow, that's very good.
Awesome.
Two 4s in there.
Oof. Nice. Does not deter him as he rides forward.
What's he taken? He's taken 20... 24.
Doesn't matter.
That does matter.
No, it doesn't.
I can't remember what I
11.
hit him for. Oh, okay.
Oh,
He is going
okay,
to move
Rain Man.
forward on the horse,
Oh my
and then
goodness.
he is going to come down with an attack.
Boys, I might be dead here.
Fluffy. Oh, Fluffy, no.
It's okay.
How's he? Stop it.
Natural 20.
Yep.
Damn it.
What?
Bullshit.
Ouch.
I have
You do. You have disadvantage. You have disadvantage.
Ah!
Yes. Let's go, Clock of Stars. Come on.
Hit.
Oh,
Yes. Doesn't hit. Let's go.
Let's go.
Second
He
attack.
lives.
Oh,
well, we'll see.
11 to hit.
No.
Oh man, you would have been so dead.
Let's go.
Okay, comes in with his scimitar out, gets 2 slashes off, and misses both through because of your cloak. Azoth, you're up.
All right. All right, he's gotten closer now. Here we go. Thank you. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. He. So is he within 30 feet of me now?
Not right now. I think right now he's about 40. Oh no, it says 30 feet. I'll give it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Astral's a little weird with diagonals, but I'll allow it.
Yeah, like as the crow flies, but how would you? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. Well, actually, just what I'll do is I'll run up beside Lyndall. Actually, so we'll get a bit closer. As a bonus action, I will cast Hexblade's Curse on the returned leader.
Nice. You watches as Azoth comes forward, muttering these words as the and light seems to darken around the returned as shadowy tendrils wrap itself around it.
And then I'm going to kind of Kamehameha an Eldritch Blast in his direction.
Go for it. Roll me the attack.
For anything but, style points. And I've got my D6 just in case as well. Here we go. Ooh.
What do we got?
I shouldn't have gone for the flourish. I've rolled a 3.
Oh no.
And I'm afraid even if I add the D6,
We won't.
even
Don't
if I get
waste
a
it.
6,
Don't waste
that's
it.
not yeah,
Don't
it doesn't
waste it.
sound good.
No, don't waste it.
So I'm just hoping no one's looking, but I rolled a 3. Come
Azoth
on, mate.
comes forward. You see the black tendrils wrap around the return. As he attempts to come in coming hard, he seems to forget that he has a giant greatsword of a weapon in his hands. And he can't maneuver properly, and the blast goes off into the tree.
Forgets he's not canon and accidentally goes into the
What I get for watching too much anime.
as he mutters to himself and looks away.
This return, upon seeing that display, is going to run away from the Leonin in an attempt to get over to the two that have just healed and just attempted to blast the other one. In doing so, it will provoke an attack of opportunity if you would like to take it.
Yes, please. 25. 26.
Hits. Roll me damage.
Oh, it's cocked. That would be... I'm still raging, yes?
Yes.
14, 19... 22.
Big damage.
Was that including your zealot damage?
Yes.
Do you get your zealot damage when it's not your turn?
Zealot, rage. Doesn't say anything. That's raging. That's
You can
reckless
count
attacking. That's nothing.
first creature you hit on each of your turns. So minus that minus the d6 plus damage. You don't get that on as a. You won't get that as an opportunity attack.
19.
Still good.
Jeez.
I was really hoping it'd be just a little less.
Let's go. That's huge. I rolled a 12, so on a d12 I rolled a 12.
As it tries to get away, you follow up with another blow, and when first you only sliced its midsection, you finish the job, cleaning that straight through it as the top half of the body pulls off. The horse, feeling that bolts off and away.
Is he dead?
He's in half.
Oh, he's in half. Yes. Let's go.
That is what I just described.
Sorry, you sort of like went
robot.
Yeah, okay.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Apologies.
That's okay.
Technically, he's died over here.
Sick.
Technically.
Let's go.
Didn't even make it. One half's there.
Oh, okay. Nice.
It's like what's his name? Guy from.
You're up, Fluffy.
Let's go.
Get your strike and then.
I'm gonna go and attack the returned leader.
Mm-hmm.
I'm first going to use my bonus action for compelled duel.
Okay.
Which I don't think actually requires me to. Do I have? Oh, you have to make a wisdom saving.
Yeah. I get a wisdom save.
Yeah.
That's a 15.
Yeah, you pass.
Yay.
I was going to make an attack on the same guy.
Okay.
That would be so bad, so close. 14.
Misses.
It hit a 17 and then like rolled off to a 7.
Ooh. Brings the axe. Misses.
And then I'm going to.
You can still move.
Yes. I'm going to move 35 feet toward backwards, like back up the road.
You move back up the road. You'll provoke 2 opportunity attacks.
Maybe I won't then.
Yeah.
Up to you.
Nah, yeah, I'll just stay. I'll stay put.
Okay.
I'll stay put.
You do stay put. Then Amos, you're up.
Right, okay. I will stay where I am, but I will use cunning action as a bonus action to use that ability to hide.
Okay.
So that doesn't.
You already have cunning action. I thought that was later. Jeepers. So
Yeah, because we started at level 3. I get it at level
awesome.
2.
Roll me a stealth check.
Sorry, stealth check.
Let's go, Ben. Well, Amos. Let's go, Amos.
That is a 22.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Sorry,
You-
I am successfully
You
hidden.
duck in between the foliage, and amidst all the fight, you feel pretty confident in your abilities.
At this point, Amos goes for his third bow shot with advantage, as he is
You're
now.
right.
Let's go.
You have advantage because you are now an unseen attacker.
Let's
go for it.
So it is what is it? A D20 plus what?
2 d20s. 2
Two
d20s.
D20s.
8 higher. Are we going to get our first sneak attack?
It's an 8. Plus 6 is a.
8's
what?
the higher one.
Yeah, 8's the higher one. Yeah.
Oh.
So it's plus 6, so it doesn't hit.
Ben, you need more dice.
8 plus 6, 14. Miss. Arrow. You've all, you're all part of this fight, and you've watched these 3 arrows just whiz out of the trees.
Yeah.
And you're sure someone is trying to help.
Amos, in his old age, has forgotten his glasses out of his backpack and is actually shooting in the wrong direction.
Tree shooting arrows.
Yeah. Is that true?
You look like blinking trying to
Totally
top the tree.
disorientated.
With that,
not knowing what to do.
the other returned will
Oh,
rear back
man.
and try to bring its spear back into Fluffy. That's a... Oh, did you want to do anything else, sorry?
Sorry, I was going to use my movement to now run out of the trees and run into the fight.
Okay, you get to there, happy with that?
Yeah.
Or you want to get on the other side of him to...
Yeah, other side is good. Yeah.
Wonderful. So, arrow flies out of the trees and then outbounds this satyr with these beautiful, massive horns. As the other returned rears in for it to jab its spear into Fluffy. Fluffy merely bats it aside with his axe. I don't need to ask, it was a 9. With then the other returned, coming down with his, who is still mounted, comes down with his scimitar.
Disadvantage.
That is
Attack.
a...
To attack Fluffy.
Pardon? To attack
To attack-
Fluffy.
Oh no.
Still attacking Fluffy.
Love it.
That is a 11 to hit.
Nope.
Let's go.
No, sir.
He's too good. Deflects
My
it with
dice
his
was
beauty.
stuck. 9 to hit as well. 2
No.
misses.
No.
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 Alright, Azoth,
Yes.
you're up.
I am going to run up just beside Fluffy, to the
Wait.
right of Fluffy.
Not to interrupt,
Okay.
wasn't I? But is it my turn before Azoth?
No?
No, I was after the
My
leader.
fault. My fault.
You have...
No,
oh,
it
no,
wasn't-
yeah, sorry, I did. I
You
accidentally jumped your
skipped-
turn. My
yeah, you
apologies. Yes, you are
skipped,
right. Go.
Yeah,
Oh,
because it
sorry,
wasn't the
Alan.
leader, it was the second, the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
return guy.
My apologies.
Still seeing Fluffy in dire need of saving, I rush forward and cast Cure Wounds.
Let's go.
Excellent.
Yes.
You
Give
get
me
up
that
there,
health.
As a level 2 spell.
Whoa, okay. Roll your heal. 2d8, I believe, plus your charisma.
Yeah. 8. Roll it, baby. Oh my god. A 4 and my charisma was a +4. So 8.
That was 2d8 and 4. Oof. 8 hit points restored for Fluffy.
It's not too bad.
Now, question: when you're running up, are you getting within kind of melee range of?
Right behind him, but keeping my Fluffy as a spacer between me and the return.
So like a block
So right
down.
there's fine. Yeah.
Maybe down 1 square if that's it.
Okay, so you want to get like there?
Yeah. Perfect.
You run up behind. You feel this hand on your back as you feel a surge of energy pass back into you. And you hear a wonderful sack butt sound from behind.
That's a sound you want to hear from behind. Too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So now we'll cut through to Azoth. My apologies.
Azoth. Yeah, so I'm going to run up to the first position that you put Lyndall in.
Yep.
Lyndon. So just in front of him. Yep. I am going to, with my giant anime sword, take a swing at the old leader there, because he is cursed. and I'm using my melee weapon now. I've got a bit more going for me.
Okay.
Proficiency
Roll-
and bonuses and stuff.
Roll me the attack.
Okay, I might need to use a d6 for this one.
That wasn't a good sound, I don't think.
4 plus 7 is 11. Do I roll the d6 for this?
Do it.
11. Best I
You
can
might.
do is
Do it.
It might be
your
worth it.
last opportunity.
here we go. What was I at? 11. That's 16.
16 hits.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh god.
The
So
bardic
excited.
inspiration coming in.
Let's
clutch.
go.
Let's go. The
Roll me
curse
some
proficiency.
damage.
All right. Oh god, that's going to be 2d6 plus 4, 5, 6, 7.
Is it plus? Is that?
So
That's
I'm-
including
I'm-
the hex damage. The hex
Yeah.
blade curse damage.
Hex,
cool.
hex is
Cool.
2.
And then plus
Back to the
plus-
blade or improvement in whatever is,
Yeah.
is plus
So
1.
plus 4 plus your charisma plus 1 plus the blade. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Roll me the damage.
2d6. Oh, that's a 6. That's a 1.
You still start to hit.
14 slashing damage.
14 points of damage. Dig in.
Exactly like that.
As
Yeah.
this scrawny little. It's not that scrawny, but this smaller looking, what human,
Next to Floppy, sure.
next to Fluffy looks tiny, wielding a sword about the size of Fluffy's great axe, brings it into the return, cleaving down. The return tries to dodge out of the way and catches a good gash down its body. Before you are now up, Fluffy.
Hey, let's do it. So we're gonna have another crack at the main guy. I am going to have a reckless attack.
You have advantage because you are flanking.
Ooh,
I'm playing flanking wrong.
Never mind then. Never mind. That would be a 24.
24 hits. Roll damage.
Oh, come on, really? 6, 8, 8 slashing damage and 2 radiant damage, so 10 total.
10 damage. Wonderful.
And I don't think I can do anything else. No, I can't do anything else.
Bring your axe in. Getting another blow. He's starting to look more and more worse for wear as the cuts have gotten deeper and have penetrated further into him. Amos, what are we doing?
Right. We are now in range. So Amos has his rapier, and he is. I don't believe he's has advantage anymore.
You are
'cause
flanking. You
I
have
am flanking.
advantage.
There you go. I have advantage. So he will attack with his rapier. I'll go ahead and roll for that. An 11 plus 6, so
That hits.
Yeah, 17. Cool.
Roll me damage.
Damage is 1d8 plus 4.
Plus sneak attack. You've got advantage.
Which is an extra 2d8 then?
2d6, I believe.
So it's
At your
1d8
level.
and 2d6, is it?
I believe so. Yep.
Dang, that's huge.
Welcome to Rogues.
Let's go.
Yeah.
This is why they are the.
They're
Do I have
strong,
advantage?
man.
Alright, so it is.
Is it a short rest?
The 2d6s is I just use the higher one.
I think I nap at the
No,
well.
you add them both
no,
together.
they're
Add them both
together.
The total.
Plus my d8 plus the d
Plus your
4.
attack modifier.
So it's 10.
10 in total.
14 total.
14.
Go.
Awesome. Let me type, please, game. Okay. Cracking in with this rapier as he's being distracted by Fluffy, you finally find your opening and get your rapier in through his body, slashing it out in the back. You all watch as this Icarus blood kind of splats forward towards the three of you on the other side of this body.
Ah!
Anything else you want to do?
And then we used my bonus action. Actually, no, I don't need. I'll just use my movement to move around the backside of the other returned.
You will provoke an opportunity attack if you move out of range of the captain.
That's the one I just attacked, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not dead yet. Okay, then I'll use my bonus cunning. I'll use my bonus cunning action to disengage without provoking an attack.
Okay. Yeah. Easy.
Which moves through that.
I'm gonna move there. Easy. All right. That returned is going to. Ooh. So now he's just gonna see the Leonin covered in blood in front of him, and he's gonna dive in for another attack.
The corner of these guys surrounded them.
Yeah,
How much health do you have, Fluffy?
22.
Oh, he's back up.
Yeah, he's fine.
I'm good again. I'm good. We're back in business.
Lyndall, you're up again. Take it away.
I'm not even going to bother checking. It was so low.
What's that? My attack?
Yeah.
I rolled a 2.
He rolled it. Yeah, I heard him say.
Yeah, the
he said
spear
7.
went in and missed. Yeah. We'll move on. Let's
I
forget
dodged.
that.
I dodged
Rolled
it.
so bad.
I dodged it.
I need to screw you guys up with multiple combats because whenever you use your cloak, I'm just gonna miss every attack.
Yeah, basically.
Fluffy, are you a cleric?
No. I don't actually have to answer that question, do I?
No, if you
No,
don't.
I don't have to answer that question.
But he is not.
We're not talking right now. We're trying to fight these guys.
I just like to point out you've seen
I'm
him
whispering in your
raging this
ear.
entire time.
Yeah, I've been raging the entire time. Just FYI.
Oh, I've got anger issues as well. I don't know what the back
Anyway,
on the juice.
quiet. Lyndall, what are we doing?
I move to the aside of the returned to the left of Fluffy,
Like here?
and I wield I wield my rapier and cast. I'm sorry, I forget what it's called. Let me scroll up. Sorry.
I can't remember what the spells we chose.
It's Words of Terror, I believe, is what goes with.
I
Psychic
think
Blades.
that-
Psychic Blades.
Yeah. So
Did you-
that's part of your attack. I think you get to just add that onto your damage. So you just make
Okay,
an
okay.
attack, like you make an attack with your rapier.
It uses my bardic inspiration, I believe, though.
Yeah, it does.
Yep. So
So you just make
Yeah.
make a attack with the rapier.
and that is a 1d8 plus 1. I need to roll a d20 to see if it hits, though, right?
Yeah. You roll. First of all, you're rolling to hit, which is the d. Just roll 20. 15 to hit.
Yep.
Hits.
And then a d8.
1d8, and then you're going to use a
Damage.
bardic inspiration to do 2d6 worth of psychic damage.
Yep.
Cool. Roll me a d8 and 2d6.
D8 is an 8. And 2d6 is 10.
Nice.
18.
18.
Huge.
Ooh,
That's enormous.
massive. Okay. The relatively unassuming bard that has killed you twice, Fluffy, darts around to the side and sticks his rapier into the return next to you as you watch a blast of energy burst through it into the returned as its body shrieks in pain. And we're back up to my main man. He's gonna continue his trend of attempting to hit the Leonin. That is an 11.
No.
17.
Yes.
Okay, now I get to do something.
Oh no.
Where are all my dice?
He's gonna blow me up here. You watch. I'm just gonna go. Just a whole pile of lion bits.
9 piercing damage
Okay.
and 5 poison damage.
Okay.
2 1s in that.
Yes. Thank goodness for that.
As he slices down with his scimitar again. Then we are over to Azoth. Azoth,
Thank you.
take it away.
Quick question before I go, because this will decide what I'm about to do. Arms of Hadar.
Will
Everyone-
everyone around you.
Oh God! Come on, guys. I mean, I don't know them yet.
True.
Both over here won't even answer a simple question. What do I give a shit about?
Can we talk afterwards?
If you can still talk, yeah. Ooh. All right. Damn it. Okay. Fine. I'll swing with my Final Fantasy-esque blade.
Roll for weep attack.
Yeah, I'm going for the cursed.
Yeah, the cursed target.
Here we go. Already having used my d6. That is an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Let's go.
So
go.
close to your crit.
Let's go.
Oh no, I rolled an 11. That was plus.
That's with the bonus, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It was a
Dirty
18.
18.
Yeah.
roll me damage. Hit me with it.
I'll hit you. 7, 8, 15 slashing.
How do you want to do it?
Yay! Let's go.
Is he still? He's still mounted.
He's still mounted.
Okay.
Go on, I want to hear this. Come on. Come
I
on.
think I know what's
Come on. Come on.
So I
I'd like
want
to
to.
point out, you are killing the man, not the horse.
No, that's good. It works. Okay. So I'd like to bring up my blade, and like press it against my forehead and whisper to myself, "Heart of the gods," and then I'm gonna leap up, use the horse, press off the horse's neck to leap into the air, and do a downward thrust into the sternum of the returned leader.
Oh, nice.
Lovely.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh,
Nice,
that's sick.
nice.
That's sick.
Respect.
Oh, and because he was cursed and I killed
Yep.
him, he was still cursed.
You
I
can regain some hit points that I'm not sure you ever
Yeah,
lost.
Yeah.
I got hit once. I regain
Oh.
HP equal to my warlock, my level plus charisma modifier. So that is 3, 4, 5, so 7. So
Solid.
yeah, I'm back up to max 28.
Awesome. So Azoth does that, jumps onto the horse, leaps down, impaling the return. And as he stands there, the horse, responding to this action, bolts off from him, and he nimbly spins off, taking the blade out of the body and lands on the ground facing the other return. I'm going to say, for rule of cool, you've ended up here, having flipped over the horse.
And I
Sick.
do like an Avengers land as well on one knee.
Heroes landing! Hero landing! Hero landing!
Such a poser. Fluffy, you're on deck.
Isn't that me? I thought I was after.
I think you're after me, aren't you?
Fluffy, yeah, Fluffy.
Oh.
Fluffy's gone before you every time.
Oh, that's a 10.
Miss.
That's I
Anything
can't do
else?
I can't do anything else. So I'm
Okay.
just no. I can't do.
You're
anything.
all standing around this one returned who
Yeah.
you can't see his facial expression. You assume he's not doing great.
No, yeah, he's upset.
Amos, take it away.
So I assume I'm in flanking position with advantage. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will take my
Oh.
rapier and then.
But did I get advantage on that attack just before?
Oh yeah, you do. Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Roll a second dice.
I rolled a 3 again, so 10. So no.
Take it away.
Exactly
So
the same.
I will attempt to attack with my rapier. is a 9 plus 15.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go, man.
So we would go
So Amos.
1d8, 2d6
Mm-hmm.
to attack again. So we will go 15 damage of piercing.
How does Amos do it?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go.
So after seeing this small man jump off a horse and thrust down into the return's back or neck, I guess, Amos was standing behind this return, and he takes his rapier and he goes up and he stabs directly up through the return's neck, clear, and then you just see his neck go limp to the side.
Nice.
Well done. Let's go.
Excellent. There they are. As the three returns' bodies lie strewn across the battlefield, their horses scattered off into the distance. You take a quick moment to look at the people that have just helped you. Two of you, like those that know each other and those that don't. I think now's a good time if you guys want to actually give us a quick description of what you guys really look like. Now that the fighting stops, you've really got a chance to look at these people that have helped you through this battle. We'll go in initiative. So start with you, Azoth. What are they?
Okay. If I must.
This isn't
Actually-
this isn't any dialogue. This is just you guys describing what you guys look like.
Yeah. I've actually brought up my picture that I made just so I can properly. Okay, so you will see I just look like, a humanoid. Average build, 5'11", 80 to 90 kilo, just like, I look to be late 20s, dressed in fully black robes with a gold kind of inlay on the inside and around the cuffs, with a black hood as well. Dressed in mostly kind of dark colors, hood kind of drawn kind of up over my head. Just a kind of young man in black robes, nothing too, and a big ass anime sword, obviously, that I've now probably
You watch as he releases the blade, and you'd think it's going to fall to the ground, and it just puffs into a mist of stars. Fluffy, what about yourself?
So you look in front of you, and you see bloodied. A 6'11" lion humanoid, Leonin. This silvery grey pelt with a almost jet black mane, standing he's enormous. He's just a tank. He looks he's got couple of javelins on his back, and walks around with a giant great axe that he uses to obviously smite his foe.
For Amos.
So Amos is a 5'5" satyr. So you see this short goat-like creature with two large spooling horns, basically the size of his own head on either side. You see a very, very old, angry-looking goat face with these two kind of teeth pointing up from things. He's got a really, really long black beard, kind of down to his waist, basically, and he's got these kind of robe-like leather armor over him, and he's holding his rapier about the size of a small stick, basically.
And Lindor.
Lindor looks around and sizes himself up against the other four companions. Two of which are equal to the size of myself, 5'6", and then looking up, slightly enamored and maybe a bit of a crush on the gigantic silver lion that is next to me. The only thing that may compare is the rich, very very wealthy clothes that I have adorned myself with, and lots of jewelry. One of which is shining with magical power.
Cool. As you all take in the look of each other and kind of look, getting your breath back after the fight, you all look around and begin to notice the color drain from everything. And you just start to hear whispers in the back. Looking around, you see back over at the first return's body, who you were looking at. The only color you can see across the plain and the trees is the gold mask, shining brighter than you ever saw it before. Before everything appears back to normal. You can hear the talking of the travelers as they've started to, as the ones that have run away have turned back to see that the fighting is done. And you what would you like to do?
Can I go up and check again? So I was about to check the inscriptions and the words inside the mask to see if I know the script.
Sure. You look at it. You have no idea. You cannot. Or you don't understand the text, but roll me an intelligence check.
Intelligence. Better goes fluffy. 16.
16. You don't understand it as such, but looking at it, you're pretty sure that it's a code and a cipher, and you think, given a little bit of time, you think you could crack some of it. Not much, but maybe just a little bit.
Because that body was further down the road, obviously I've run back to check it out.
We won't bother moving characters anymore. We're just back in the.
Because hypothetically, if I'm away from the group, can I kind of pocket that mask just in the old robes?
That depends on what the other guys have done in this time.
Nothing. They're just standing around.
We're literally all standing around, like literally next to you, bro.
Yeah, I had no plans. I was about to introduce myself.
Same.
Okay, so here's the question: have you just darted off when these guys have started talking to go check that body?
Yeah, as soon as we got the last guy. Well, yeah. I mean, I said I'd go in because I was looking at it right before the fight started. So
you go over. Roll me. Is anyone else over there, or are you just all kind of standing around the bodies of the return?
Yeah, I'm standing around the return.
I stayed here. Is there anything more to check about the bodies that are in front of us? Is there a mask that stayed with these guys?
Yeah, they've all got masks that are on them as well.
I reached down and checked the other masks to see if they are
awesome. We'll get to that in just a second.
Okay.
Azoth, roll me a sleight of hand check to try to put this mask, big old gold mask, you're gonna try to put somewhere, I guess.
I got loose robes, you know. Sleight of hand. It's a 17.
Okay. You grab this mask and you kind of put it in amongst your thing, maybe to look at later, or the likes.
Get in my pants, so the nose bit kind of looks like a,
Looks like a bulge. Okay. Lyndall, would you like to roll me an investigation check for the other bodies that you've just?
Yes. Is that a D20?
Investigation will be a D20. Yeah. If I'm asking for an ability check, that'll always be a D20.
It'll always be okay.
Yeah.
And then just add your skill plus
whatever your investigation modifier is.
Amos, that was crazy.
So,
dude.
14. Oh wait, I rolled 2 of them. Sorry.
Just roll one, or just do a fresh one.
15. So 17.
17. Going over the bodies, you notice various things. They all have masks, though none of them have any like inscriptions or anything on them. You find 20 silver pieces, a piece of what looks like broken pottery that has written on it, "Silence the heretic Varyas, his secret must remain dead."
Seeing this, I ask the group what they think that the secret this is referring to.
Well,
I've made my way back to the group right now as well.
so that that piece of passage, what was that written on? Sorry.
That was written on a small piece of clay,
Right.
of like clay pottery. It looks like you could, if you want to roll a check to see what it is. You
No. So
Does that name mean anything to us? Vyas?
roll a history check.
Very specifically, Azoth and Amos, roll me a history check, and I'm gonna say Lyndall as well, actually, just because of you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, that's a fucking
Oh, yes!
At a nat 20.
Yes!
nat 20.
I also got 21.
No,
No!
no. What's your modifier?
Yeah, so mine was a 17 plus 4.
0, so only 20.
Yeah.
It's a nat 20.
It's not always a success.
Really? Wow, okay.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
Some things are harder than that. However, you do recall old talkings from some years back of an oracle. You can't really recall who they served or anything, but you remember it may have been the name of an oracle, but that's as much as you can remember, even with a 20, both of you.
Ben was 21.
Yeah.
What was the
Even
name?
with that. Varyas. Varyas.
Oh, sick. I spelled it right. Well, g'day, guys.
So-
I'm Fluffy. Well, Amos here, my friend. He refers to me as Fluffy. We've been traveling together for a very, very long time. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for the help. I was hurting, so thank you very much.
Fluffy, nice to meet you. I'm Lyndall, and it wasn't even close.
Pleasure.
Got you
Pleasure,
back.
Lyndall. Pleasure, Lyndall. What about our skulky friend over there in the black?
Hmm.
You seemed
Greetings.
to disappear for a second there, mate.
Yes. Well, just to check to see if the first guy was definitely dead. You know?
Insight.
Any?
Both of you roll me a d20. If you want to know if he's telling you truth.
Nat 20.
What's mine? Deception.
Yeah, roll a deception. Nat 20 plus what, man? For instance.
1 plus 1. So 21.
That's a dirty 25.
Oh!
My deception is +6.
Oh!
The guy seems alright. Like, yeah, like
Okay.
seems a straight shooter.
Okay.
So, going back to what Linda had just said about the scripture on that piece of clay, it said silence to the heretic, was it?
Silence the heretic.
Varyas?
Varyas, his secret must remain hidden.
By the sounds of it, our dead friend over there with all the arrows.
Secrets must remain hidden.
His secrets?
His secrets must remain hidden.
Yes, that's what I wrote. Yeah, cool.
His our dead friend over there with all the arrows in him. This might be Varyas, and his secrets will remain hidden.
Very, very possible.
So that's the gist I'm getting from it.
Or
Is there-
or at least someone who knew a secret or found a
Someone,
secret.
or someone who knew where Varyas is.
Yeah.
Is there anything on the body that we found with all the arrows and stuff on him that would have any identification documents or anything like that?
No.
Okay. And there's nothing
Yeah,
on the
there's
nothing on the horse.
There was only his mask. Going back over to the body, there was only his mask, and it's no longer there.
The masks all look identical from the exterior, not from the inside.
They're not actually identical. The masks have their own intricacies about them, as far as builds and the likes. You recognize them all as return masks, often a different, in accordance to the person. Some having different homages to different gods, some being in different shapes. Some of them are very plain. Some of them are ornate. Typically, it depends on the type of on the status of the person
Where did his mask
as they
go?
were returned.
Where did the mask go? I didn't see it be taken by
You
anyone.
want to roll me a perception check to look around for it if you want?
Sure.
Maybe some dark magic.
15.
I mean, as you can see, I can
You don't see
summon.
anything.
doors.
No one else has come near, and it's not there anymore.
We don't know if it. Maybe that's one of the secrets that remains hidden. We don't know. You know as much as I do, friend.
Trying so hard not to meta game right now.
That's correct.
Sorry. You may call me Azoth. I was just in the
Sorry,
area. I do appreciate your help. I you know, it's not often that I stumble upon trouble like this. It's hasn't been long. I've been off in the world myself anyway, so I do appreciate all your help. Fluffy, was it?
Yeah, mate.
Sorry. Fluffy, was it?
Yeah, mate.
Sorry.
Oh,
at
down
this point-
there. No, sorry.
I inquire
That is
of
not
the group
necessary.
where we're headed, like where they're headed, what the next steps are. What are we doing?
I think Amos and I
Headed
were
to the
headed to
end?
Miletus.
Yeah,
Roll
Amos and I
the
look to each
Miletus.
other. I look at Fluffy.
Can I have
I
all
said
of you
it was-
roll me a religion check?
A religion check.
And
7.
ooh.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
16.
Okay, so Azoth, Lyndall, and Amos, you all recall what you saw before when the sky went, when everything went black and white and nothing but the mask was showing and only whispers were heard. As I'll do this a little bit separately. Azoth, you recognize it as a symbol of fate, as a sign maybe of Fanak. Amos, you know it very well as it's something that you have experienced before.
Mhm.
You recognize that, and Lyndall, from the stories you've heard, you know it's an omen as well from one of the gods, and all three of you understand well that omens of the gods are not to be dismissed lightly, and typically point towards something greater.
Has
And
anyone
Fluffy
seen
has no idea.
any of these returned? But do I even know it's a returned?
Yeah, all of you know
I'll be aware.
returned. You've
You
seen them
recognize
around
them?
before.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Returned are a very common thing. Not all of them, and like you know from stories, not all of them are aggressive. There are some that are merchants, strange merchants. Typically,
Are
they're
they-
called the grey merchants.
Are they
Um,
undead?
They are undead. You know them from knowing stories, especially you. They are typically people that have, through a certain means, escaped the underworld. And in doing so, it has ripped apart their being, and their body escapes as a returned.
Are there any signs that there was black arrows in that other return, the first one that kind of came down?
Yep. So you're back over near the returned and his horse.
No, I'm just saying, is there any signs that the two returned and the kind of leader returned? Do they have like any bows or like black
Yes.
arrow on
Two
them?
of them had bows with arrows, black arrows.
Yeah, one's in my shoulder.
Right. Okay. Well, looking at these returned here, I don't know if they were all working together. The first one that came through seemed to be maybe fleeing these other guys. I don't know. I can only speculate.
I would agree with you. And as he says that, I go to put my hand on Fluffy's shoulder, realize it's too big, and just kind of grab him on the elbow, kind of, and go, we were heading to Miletus. If that is the direction that you are headed, perhaps we could grab a drink of mead together.
Ales for all!
Mead and Miletus mead. Is that?
Miletus mead, yes. Mead in Miletus.
I
We shall
happily
meet in
agree.
Miletus.
I happily agree to go basically, mainly out of curiosity about the giant Leonin, and offer them the perfect place to have a drink, because I know plenty. It's my hometown.
I'm also pretty curious, just for information, really. I don't really have the intent to become friends or join any kind of group or anything, but I feel like these people might have some information that might assist me in some kind of way. So, to Miletus.
Okay. As this group of ragtag adventurers has been put together through be it by fate, destiny, or coincidence, you all decide that you're going the same way. Why not travel together? You seem to work relatively well. You hop aboard the wagon that Azoth was a part of.
You're welcome.
Going along
Much
with
appreciated.
with another man named Dorlanus, a skittish man that seems to keep his distance from Azoth.
Oh, we're here, are we? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, was that Dorlanus?
Don't you remember where we left you?
Oh, I didn't know it was legit.
I left you at a well.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now you got it.
oh shit. Oh, okay. Amazing. Can I stash the mask in amongst the stuff on the little caravan on the thing that I have?
Roll me a sleight of hand check with disadvantage. You are attempting to move a large gold mask with people around you.
I'll keep it in my butt then.
Okay.
Keep it in my
Like
secure container.
we're talking a mask like yay big in the shape of a V that is gold.
Before
Like,
we
this thing
leave,
is not like an easy thing to put away. Like even sitting on you, it is like hard enough for you to like not make people aware of.
do they seem valuable? Like, do the masks seem valuable?
They're made of gold.
Before we leave, I pick the masks off the ones that we still can see, and just grab them and let the guys know. Oh yeah, I've
Actually,
grabbed
as
these.
to your question about whether or not they're valuable, roll me a history check. I think is the best one for it. Or religion check, actually. Religion or history, whichever one you like.
They're both just as bad as each other. 18.
Sorry, just closing the door. So you've heard of these things being sold. However,
Well, no, valuable to like the right person, or to be inspected by someone in the future.
You know that to the right person, they can be worth a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But finding that right person is can be very difficult, as they can be considered a cursed item.
I'll still grab them, I think, and be like, "Well, you guys, I'm gonna grab these, just in case. You never know. We could use them for gold to trade if we get a bit broke, or we can see if we can try and find someone who might know what to do with them."
You have three gold return masks.
I kind of jokingly call Fluffy a hoarder as I snatch the 20 silver off the one body and jump on the wagon.
Amos is already on the wagon waiting for it, tapping his hoof against the bottom of the thing.
I saw that.
Wonderful.
What did you call them?
Oh, yes,
Three
A hoarder.
Return
masks. Return masks. Thank you.
Return
Oh,
masks.
my.
As you hop on the wagon, Dorlanos kind of looks at you all and is like, that was I almost rode off with the wagon there. I'm glad you're all right. What just happened?
You almost did what, Dorlanos?
Look, the goods needed to be protected by the guild. I was simply going to return them and speak of your good deeds.
Guild?
Mm.
Question mark.
Sure you were, Dorlanos. Sure you were. I've got my eye on you, Dorlano.
I say again. Guild?
The merchant guilds, who these wares, and he points kind of to the wagon and everything on the wagon.
I mean, now that we're all in some kind of group, I was on a bounty quest, as you will. Dorlanos was found in a bandit cave. I was looking for wares that bandits had snatched up on the paths that the caravans would take between Miletus and another southern town that I cannot recall. They kidnapped Dorlanos and used him for information. So I rescued him because
Oxus, between Miletus and Oxus.
yes, Oxus, the Oxes, Oxford Ox.
OXUS.
Yes, you can thank Dorlanos for all of these wares that we have, but I will be promptly taking them back to the merchants of Miletus, hopefully for a fine reward for my efforts. Obviously, you're all welcome to tag along and go for mead.
I'll be taking some of that reward. We kept you alive, son.
I do recall you were and still are quite bloody, Fluffy.
Yeah, and still alive and taller.
Very good, very good.
I recall a lot of misses, and I'm pretty sure Lyndall did the heavy work. So, if any of the ward is being split, it will be with me.
I recall no help taking on the bandits, and I will take that into serious consideration.
Dorlanos does chime in. It's like the bounty he did speak of was for the bandits. I do apologize. We may be able to share some coin for the help shed here, but for the bounty that will be up to Azoth's discrimination from here.
Oh, I'm just having some fun with you, and I sort of put him in my armpit and just ruffle his head a little bit. Like a little doggy. Yeah, you.
Would you like to attempt to dodge it?
You're gonna rustle my hoodie.
I'm gonna rustle your hoodie, just playfully,
Would
like.
you?
No, I'm allergic to cats. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
What was that? Dale? Sorry.
I said, do you want to attempt to dodge it? You can roll me a dexterity check if you want.
No, I'd rather cut him with my words.
All right, you travel across the last few kilometers towards Miletus, sharing words and jabs at each other as you go. The sun begins to get low as you approach the city of Miletus and you approach its gates. There are guards above, but people are coming and going freely as you ride the carriage in through the main gate into Miletus. Where are you guys headed?
I believe Lyndall was about to take us to a well-known spot.
Lead the way, sir.
The best tavern in town, the Wendy's of Miletus.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Miss Wendy.
Wendy's.
Yep.
My priorities lie with safe travels of Dorlanos and just kind of finishing this bounty. I'm already holding onto this stuff. Someone might come and pinch some shit if I leave it outside in this tavern. I don't know, who's about.
So are you guys all going together with the gear?
Maybe I can drop them off.
You're heading towards the harbour, and the Harpy's Rest, which is the inn, is kind of on the way. You'd have to do a little detour through one of the streets on the way to the harbour. head down to, and then you head down to the harbour, which is where the Merchants Guild is located and where their storehouse is.
I'm happy to go all the way to and see Azoth to do his bidding, and then we can all go for a drink afterwards. Unless Azoth has a problem with that.
I'd like to offer just dropping them off at the pub, the tavern, and then coming back.
I'm not interested in his business, so I would
neither am
prefer
I.
to go to the tavern.
Okay.
Fluffy is
Okay.
apparently.
So you
just-
three,
Fluffy's skeptical.
you,
Oh.
Yeah.
I am attuned to the skepticism, though. Like I am as well, but I don't care about
I
his
know.
business.
I know you still seem.
My-
you still
My
seem-
perception is very high.
You, Azoth and Dorlanos stay on the wagon as the three of you hop off, and see the wooden structure that you know well as the Harpy's Rest, the large figurine of a harpy's with its wings spread out as a mount across the front of the door. As Azoth continues down the path towards the harbour, we'll continue on with Azoth for now. As he goes down through the harbour, goes down through the streets, heading towards the harbour. The city you know very well. Going down, you reach the harbour and you reach the as the sun is now set and it's begin to get dark. You reach the harbour and you come up to the Merchant Guild's warehouse.
Dorlanos, is this an area you know well?
Yes, I mean this is where I do most of my work, dispatching goods from here all across Theros. Through many of the policies.
I mean, feel free to lead the way. Let's
Oh, right. Yes, of course. Follow me. We'll go find the store master, and he shall take care of the goods, and we'll deal with everything from there. We'll see if any of the guild heads are around. They probably have gone home. You have to come back tomorrow for those. But let's go in. He leads you into the up to a large building where he gives this large door that looks big enough to get multiple carriages in through at the same time. Gives it some really big knocks, and you hear, "Hey, what's that?" And Dorlanos speaks, "Hey, Athentos, it's me. I'm back. I'm okay. Do you mind letting us in?" You hear a big booming voice. I can do that. Comes over, and opening up the large door, you see this hulking figure of a Minotaur pulling the door open. Says, "It's good to see you. I'm glad you're okay." Envelops Dorlanos in a big hug, lifting him off the ground. "I was worried the bandits had gotten you. Good to see you're okay. Who are you?" Looks up at.
Well, you should know the bandits did get Dorlanos, but with my help, I've brought him home. I am Azoth.
Well met, Azoth. I'll you'll have to have a round on me at some point. But is this your wares, or is this the wares that had been taken? Were you the one off with the bounty?
That is correct. These are the bounty wares.
Oh, good work then. Come in. Take it in and store it just next to the other wagon there. We'll inventory it. Probably tomorrow. Most of the store lads have headed home, and the guild master's going. I was just doing some finishing up work. You'll have to come back tomorrow to see them if that's what you'd like.
Understood. Bring it in.
He guides you in, and you kind of take it in and leave it inside this warehouse. Athentos turns towards Dorlanos and says, "Are you staying anywhere tonight, or have you got anything set up?" still honest. I was just gonna go home. I think. I need a break. I need a good rest. Thentos. That probably checks out after this. I'll see you tomorrow. The masters will want to know from your version what happened as well. And I'll see you tomorrow as well, Azoth. I'll be sure to get you that drink sometime, but not tonight. Tonight I think I'll make sure Dordanos is okay.
Understood. I appreciate your hospitality, Athentos. I shall see you tomorrow.
He leads you out of the warehouse, closing the doors, and with a massive chain, he puts it together and locks it up before they head away into the kind of one of the living districts of the polis. What would you like to do?
I suppose. Well, hopefully it's not a long journey, but head back to the tavern, I suppose.
Not a particularly long journey. Just walking through the town, or walking through the polis. It's a large polis. It'll take you maybe like 5-10 minutes. While that's happening, let's cut back to the other three. You've just rocked up at the Harpy's Nest. What would you like to do?
Fluffy will go to the bar, walk through.
Okay.
I'd like to get some drinks for my boys, please.
As you open the door with Lindell in the lead, walking through, having to duck through the door, Fluffy bellows out, "I'd like to get some drinks." Before you've even taken your bearings, you now see around various tables with different scatterings of people. People from all different types. You see a lot of humans, a couple of a satyr here or there, a few tritons, and another Leonin, all sitting around in groups, chatting. There's a smell of some food and some stale beer, and possibly some mead to be had. There's the young lass of a bartender yells out, I can get you that. How many will it be?
What do you boys want?
You know my order.
Yep.
Something
Lindell.
strong.
Something strong.
Anything strong. Yeah.
Just
I'll
the
grab-
usual, Lindell?
Just
Yes, the usual.
What about for you two boys?
a mead and an ale for me. Ale.
And put it on my tab.
Oh,
Because I know her well. Yeah. It's on me.
Wonderful.
The valiant fight.
You watch as the barkeep goes behind and grabs from behind a bottle of brown-looking spirit. Linda, what you know is this like a scotch, a scotch-like drink, and pours it into a small glass and puts it forward for you before grabbing a massive jug. Something that you do see off in the distance. One other person drinking, which is a large minotaur who stands almost as tall as you, or who is standing off in the distance, off near the walls with a small group of what look like laborers. Pours that full of ale and puts that up on the bar before pouring a smaller mug of mead up on the bar.
As that's happening, I'm going to have a quick look around the bar for mainly a spare booth / table in a corner of the bar that's not necessarily as busy as the rest of the area, but also for anyone that's intently looking on as to the three people that have just walked into the bar.
Roll me a perception check.
15.
Nearly everyone is looking at you as you look around. And as you look around, you're not surprised. You often get that kind of reaction walking in with Fluffy, especially when he decides to bellow out immediately. And as his silvery grey fur is still matted with blood, he he definitely draws some eyes, covered in weapons and looking like that. So there are a lot of people looking very curiously at all of you. Nothing beyond that.
I see an? Oh, yeah.
You do see a few empty tables off by a staircase, off in kind of the right hand room, furthest from the fireplace that is there.
Perfect. So Amos takes his drink and heads in that direction.
Okay.
I ensure the two new companions that they're of no harm in the harpy's nest. Take a swig of my strong drink, grab my sack butt, and head to entertain.
Wonderful. You head up and give a wink to Hero, the barkeep, as you take your place up by the fireplace, and begin to play, as is your custom when you seek to stay here. And if you would, roll me a performance check.
Awesome.
It's the fun part, to see how well you play. That one.
11, and then it would be under performance.
Yeah.
So 19.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Plus 8?
You think you've got modifiers?
Wow.
What is performance under?
Performance.
It's in the same skills.
How much charisma have you got?
Plus 4. So 18 to 18, I guess.
Welcome to being an
You roll an
expert.
11?
Welcome to being an expert.
Wow. Good lord.
That's amazing.
You should wait till I do my sleight of hand check.
Yeah. I was just gonna say. So you're all sitting there as this sound begins to play, and you've not really seen an instrument like this before. The two of you who aren't from here, this is a very new instrument to you. But he plays it, and it's quite a lovely sound, and brings forth thoughts of heroics and adventures to be had, as everyone seems to get behind the music, and even the large Minotaur begins kind of moving along to the music as he drinks, and everyone
Yo ho!
Jesus.
and everyone seems to be very much enjoying themselves as the music goes on. It's about that time that Azoth walks through the door. Music still playing. You hear it. It's a sound you've heard before. The Harpy's Rest is not a place unfamiliar to you. And you've coming here, you now realize you've seen this bar before, though you never thought much of him at the time. Just another musician you would have thought. You look over to the
I've
to
seen
the right.
Lyndon before. I've seen him perform.
Yeah, you do live in the Polis. So.
Is it Harpy's Rest or Harpy's Nest?
Harpy's Rest.
Okay.
I
Alrighty.
misheard that before.
I was like,
Harpy's Nest actually works better. So let's
Yeah.
go Nest. Let's go Nest. Harpy's Nest it is.
I'm like, oh, cool.
I like that better. Yeah. Let's go with that. Harpy's Nest.
Okay.
Why I didn't go for that? That's way better.
I walk in and kind of, I see Lyndall performing and think to myself, I'll grab a drink first and then see if I can find the other guys. So I walk up to the bar and sorry.
The human lass looks at you. Aye. What'll it be?
It's
What do you
actually dope, dude. The voice is actually really good. You're doing a really good job.
I agree. It's good.
What were you after? Sorry.
What would you recommend
You
after
are
a long hard day?
Aye, good pint of mead will go down well.
Yeah.
Coming right up.
I'll have
Moves
one
it.
mead.
Moves over, grabs the jug, pours it out, chucks it up on the bar. That'll be a silver piece, please. Oh no.
I
two copper. Sorry. Get my
Two
conversion super wrong.
I slide over 3 copper with a wink.
Hello.
Thank you. As she takes 2 copper and chucks it over and moves it over towards the till, pocketing the other. Looking around after getting your mead, you see the other 2 sitting off in a table, and Lyndall saying, and with that going on, we'll just take a quick pause if you guys like. If anyone wants to grab some more food, grab some more drink, or go to the bathroom, we'll have a quick little break.
Yes,
Sounds great.
A real one mead.
I like. Yeah.
Sounds
Agreed.
good.
No, this is great.
Yeah, I love it.
Good job, Dale.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I hope you're
killing
enjoying
it, man.
it.
Yeah, we
It's
haven't.
fun.
It's
Yeah,
good.
for sure. Absolutely.
You guys are fucking hilarious. He's awesome.
Such a
Okay.
dick.
I'm gonna derail my campaign in 5 seconds.
Doing well.
He's what, sorry?
I said Azos gonna derail this in 5 seconds.
Oh,
You're
thanks,
not much better, Mud, to be honest.
What?
I'm
What do you
gonna call
mean?
him. What's he doing?
Yeah.
Dude, what?
He's like,
What are you doing?
I've got him by his coattail.
I just don't trust him.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
end up
trust
having to
him.
hold him back by his thing.
Yes.
Come on, hurry up,
Yes.
Fluffy.
Why don't you trust him?
Yes.
He seems like a straight shooter, man.
Sure.
25 on deception.
Yeah,
Seems
unbelievable.
like a great bloke.
Unbelievable. On a natural 20, far out.
Oh, so it
back
was
in
19 actually. But, yeah.
No, I got a natural 20.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Like I
Let it
give
go.
I give a
Yo.
natural 20 a bonus as well, just for being a natural 20. But because he's like insight was like +0, it just didn't matter. It's like,
What?
you still got no idea.
What's all
That
the
was a good
misses?
roll.
Is that normal? Like the bad
My
rolls
attacks-
and just
my
missing
attacks missing?
everything? No. Like, I mean, I think
Everyone.
All the arrows
My-
coming out of the tree.
Yeah,
all the
no,
arrows
far
missed.
out.
I believe
I think
you're.
that was mainly bad rolls from him. And bad rolls from
What-
most people. I think it was just
Yeah.
unlucky. Because their AC with your modifiers should have made you about a 50-50 to hit, I think.
Didn't
And Jack out for 2 minutes, guys.
like nearly all of our range stuff missed, right? Because
Oh,
my
I missed all 3 of my arrows, and then
arrows,
it's, yeah.
or my daggers
Az-
missed, and
Azos-
so did
Azos-
Azos. First
No, your
cast,
daggers
right?
hit. Your cloud of daggers spell hit.
Mm.
But
I
that
guess I
can't
didn't
really
realize-
miss.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I thought he was able to get through it without it taking damage. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Missed that.
No, he just he started his turn in it, and you rolled the damage, and you rolled like 2 4s and something. He took like 13 damage or something, or 12 damage.
Yeah, nice.
No, like that was like the first blood. Yeah, I think that was first blood on him. Was him moving forward, and then he copped an Eldritch Blast, which was one of the only
Yep.
ranged spells that hit. One of the
It
only
makes it
ranged
really
attacks that hit.
interesting. I know that was kind of like stressful with freaking Fluffy nearly dying there, but like the fact that it was
he didn't
missing
have
like, made
disadvantage
it.
on that attack.
Yeah.
so-
yeah.
Nat 20, double all dice. 1d6 for the roll, 3d6 for the poison. I would have been rolling 8d6 damage,
I would have died.
which means he may not have just gone down. He may have died on the spot.
It was so close.
I was
man.
a little bit scared that I was just about to kill him in a go, and I was like, oh no.
Well, he was it 3 attacks in a row that missed, or was it that? Did you say that?
He had so many attacks that missed, yeah. And that was mainly because Fluffy's cloak gives people disadvantage, and he can use it once per day, essentially, once per long rest.
Yeah.
So, like whenever he uses it, especially against, I'll say this is like a bit, it's a little metagamey for you guys to know, but smarter enemies will know not to attack a figure like that. Because of that, like they'll be like, oh, I can't see you properly. I'm just going to go for the one I can see, and that will be a danger, especially when he's meant to be soaking up the damage, and all of a sudden he does that, and they're like, well, stuff that. I'm gonna hit the squishy. I'm gonna hit this dude that I can see properly, and they'll just attack that person. So, but not all people are that. Not all creatures are that smart. So.
Maybe not for this session, but like, I read a bit about Miletus already,
Mhm.
and given the details of the city and how involved they are in all the gods,
Mhm.
we talked a bit about this. Should my character be more aligned to one or the other, or a couple?
I mean, maybe, and that's kind of
Having
up to your
grown up.
discretion. If you think your character would be more aligned with one than the other, then sure. But that's kind of up to you. I don't necessarily know what your character would tend towards, just because they can all be like all the gods can be very different.
Okay.
Yeah, like there's you might, but it's pretty standard for people to pray to different gods depending on what they need in the day. You know, like the example that the book gives is like a soldier will pray when he goes to war, and then when it comes time to reap the crops, he'll pray to the god of the harvest. I think you might be muted.
I'm talking to chat.
Okay, cool. No worries. Sorry, I'm used to having to do that for Mud, who's just always muting himself.
He has push to mute too, so it's not toggle. He just hold it down. So I think his button is sticky. Makes me laugh.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He pushes it so much.
Yeah.
I will ask
He's got
how is
sticky
how is
keys
the streams going and stuff.
I just
Good.
looked at Mud's, and I like his setup. I haven't opened yours yet, Crab.
Oh yeah, I like that too. That's good.
It's really clean. Mine, I've tried to I've got a slice of the sword above, like all of our cameras, and then just like a little bit of the tabletop underneath. But yeah, I'm just thinking like what'll be the best way to do it.
I think yours will be good for combat, whereas his is a really good setup for like just this.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
What are we talking about?
And Crubs is just gonna set up for whatever we're in. It's like, well,
Yeah,
combat, I've
and
got it. Talking, I've
Yep.
got it, which I think is good.
Which I'll probably change up if I go like with physical dice, like
Yeah.
a bit.
And we
I
might-
don't have
we
any
might-
overlay stuff on mine, so it's pretty simple.
We might end up changing it, and it might be like you want me off in the corner, so you've got like DM players.
Oh yeah, yours is cool, Crab. You got the map on the left. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm trying to keep it up to date too, because I think I need to keep that window clicked on, or it won't. But it is what it is. I do have some good feedback though.
Yeah,
I have
please.
a new chatter that said that they are loving the character voices. Dale. So
Ah.
keep up the
Hey.
work.
Hey,
thank
good
you.
job.
I appreciate that a lot.
Nice work.
Okay. Is everyone keen
Oh,
to
that's a good
keep
setup,
going?
Mud.
Mm.
The old half like that.
Yeah, I think that one's not too bad. And then, like, when we're not in,
Yeah.
because we're not in like combat now, I can just push it back to
You're full
being
screening your-
full screening my like, everyone's faces.
Your Discord.
Yeah.
And then if I really wanted to, I could be
You
just like
wanna get
Dale's
rid of,
going
like,
through.
the short intermission bit, so that it's not
Mhm.
because you're not in an intermission.
No, yeah, I know. Yeah, it's not perfect. Not a perfect.
No, of course not. But
Can you set up
we're
Discord to
sessioning and
highlight
stuff.
whoever's speaking? Like it would pop
Yeah.
into big frame to highlight.
If you click focus, it should just tick between who's
Oh,
speaking.
speaker.
Where does it say that? Where's that?
Whereas you can focus grid to the right, to the
Yeah.
left of the three dots.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
It's either grid or focus.
Yeah. So then, if someone else starts talking, does an
Oh, no,
Oh,
I've
wait,
just,
no,
for some
mine's
reason, I
not
only see
necessarily TV.
Atticus.
yeah, same.
For some reason, I only see Crab.
You're,
It looks like maybe it doesn't autofocus.
yeah, that would be kind of cool if it did. It might be a little
Grid it is.
convoluted if it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you guys want to? Do we want to keep it rolling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hell yep.
So the three of you, Azoth, Amos, and Fluffy, now sit around a table inside the Harpy's Nest, while Lyndall plays his sackbut by the fire.
So
Go for it.
Amos turns to Azoth and asks, "How did that go with Dorlano?
Lanos.
Dorlanos?"
So he introduced me to one of his friends, Athentos. Athentos.
Phantos, yeah.
Giant minotaur. You would have loved him, Fluffy. I've just had to leave all the wares in one of their kind of storage units. No one was really around. It's it's a bit late now, so unfortunately I'll have to head back there tomorrow to work it all out, to see what I get as a reward for my deeds well done. And Dorlanos was very appreciative to be back home. So yeah, and I feel like it's good to sit down and have a drink, hopefully with some like-minded people.
Dorlanos seemed like a good bloke.
Yes, he was actually unconscious in the bandits' cave when I found him, and yes, he was very appreciative to get out and very helpful on the way home.
So
Good company.
you went to the bandits' cave by yourself?
I did, yes. It was a bounty. Honestly, didn't know what to expect. But I mean, the plan was to kind of sneak in and not really cause a fuss. But it doesn't always work out like that.
We also
Yes.
ran across a couple of tritons out of the sea a couple of days ago before heading onto the well. So it seems like there's been quite a bit of action over the past few days.
I'm well versed in combat, but it's not always my go-to, unless absolutely necessary.
Good way to be, mate.
Well, Fluffy and I have been traveling together for quite a while now. I've known him since he was a child.
He's basically my
actually.
dad.
Please don't say that. More of a mentor, to be honest. Yes. So
It's funny because of the height difference.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of people mention the height difference. I don't like to talk about it too much, but yes, we've known each other for quite a while, so we're quite well versed in terms of each other's battle style and how and such things. So it was interesting to fight with another and see how they react.
I must admit, it was very similar to how we normally go. I go in there and just cop hits left, right, and center, and then someone just starts doing little bits and pieces from all around. It was very nice. I liked it.
I do
quite like
apologize. I forgot my glasses, so I missed a lot of the arrow shot.
Yes.
Oh,
Nah, all good.
I thought you were causing distractions.
yes.
It was certainly distracting me.
How's Lyndall playing? Is he still like killing it on the sack butt?
Just smashing it out.
I am, but eager to get to my newfound friends. I end the performance early.
Hey!
Made my way over to the bar.
Majestic band. Loads
Made
of
my way over
clapping,
to the
some
bar for
roars
another
from-
drink,
from
and
the
then on to you
customers.
guys.
Love it.
So I join the conversation, I join the table, or walk up and ask if I can join the table.
Hira puts up another glass with some more of the scotch on it, and you take it and then head over to the table.
Lyndall, since you brought us here, would you happen to know if there are any rooms to rent for the night? As Fluffy and I haven't been here in quite a while.
There absolutely are, and I will make arrangements for you guys.
Thank you, much appreciated. 2 separate rooms, please. He's not quite big enough for one bed.
You might have to share, but I'll double check.
You don't sleep with your dad.
I take up a lot of room.
I head to the innkeep to check for rooms. As I'm walking away, I turn and ask.
Sorry.
Oh no, I know he's from town. Sorry, go ahead. Never mind.
As you approach the bar, here are the barkeep. Hey, a third one already. That's pretty quick for you.
No. I'm looking for a room or two, preferably 2 for my new companions. The
Two
Leonin
rooms?
and the Satyr. Yeah, 2
No.
rooms, please.
That's easy.
On me if possible.
On the tap? No worries. You've still You've always been good for it, so consider it done. The
Hey.
rooms, believe it was, kind of looks down underneath the counter. 5 and 6 upstairs.
Thank you so much. Kara,
No worries.
I return to the table with news of the room.
Fantastic. I would offer to pay, but you've already suggested, so I'll take you up on that.
Yeah,
I
that sounds like
turn and
you.
look- yeah, turn and look at Amos. As Azos. Do you live close by, or are you also staying here?
That's a good question. I'm.
Do you remember the conversation we had? That's a no.
No. I can roll.
You more or less have been living in the taverns recently.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Good to know. This tavern by chance? Do I have a room somewhere?
You kind of bounce.
Hmm.
Your recent. Okay, give me a sec. I'm gonna give you a quick update separately. No one listened to Atticus' stream.
What? Atticus' stream?
Oh, he's dragged
He's vanished. Is it whispers? Whispers. The first whispers of the
him.
whispers.
They're gone.
Whispers. Brilliant.
I'll ask what time it is in a sec as well, because obviously, depending on what time it is, either we go out again, or I guess suppose we head off to bed and then start the new day.
Be
Also, not. I mean, I'm assuming we were at the well around midday.
I mean, I think the other thing too is are we looking for
How
work
long
or
it took us
something?
to travel to, right?
Yeah, and then are we looking for work? Like, do you? I don't
Yeah,
know,
we're looking for work. Yeah.
You being a local,
Okay.
would you have work? I guess is probably the next thing we'll talk to you about. But today's stream is brought to you by Crub, Mud,
Rub-a-dub!
SirMud,
buddy!
Crub XD, and Atticus 64. If you haven't followed already, make sure you go over and follow those streams. SirMud _ Crub XD and Atticus 64. Make sure you jump over there and have a follow. Also, Positivity Pebble, who's our DM. Make sure you follow him as well. He'll be streaming from time to time as well. So make sure you go over there and follow those streams as well, guys.
I
videos
love
are-
you guys just jumped into an ad break while
Well,
we jumped out.
I just to fill the time, why not? Eh?
Yeah.
Corporate-
No
so,
one's sponsoring us. Like, what are we?
We'll jump back in as of talking about that stuff.
Yeah. So no, I don't. I don't have a dwelling in Miletus, so to speak. I'm happy to shack up here for the night. I don't know what tomorrow will bring for me. I know I have to go and check in on Dorlanos and finalize this bounty. But yeah, I mean, I could probably have a few more drinks and just. I'm happy to crash here. I might go and ask if they have another room, actually.
Crash with me.
Insight check.
The sigh. The sigh.
Roll it.
Really?
The sigh.
Yeah, do it. See what your intentions are.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, he was kind of like, you know.
The
Yeah,
Does he
sigh.
want to
roll me an
spoon
insight
me,
check.
or does he want to
Just roll
kill
it.
me?
Why not?
Let's see. 9.
You are not sure if he is hitting on you or threatening you.
Yeah, buddy.
If I was a masochist, it would be both.
DM question: what
it's-
time is it roughly?
The sun. It's maybe an hour past sunset at this point.
Okay.
You're getting a bit hungry. You haven't really eaten in a while. But it is about this time that the large Minotaur from before walks over to the table, looking at Fluffy and sits down without any invitation and says, "So, I'll make it my business to be the strongest man here. I'd like you to prove your worth.
All right, mate, let's do it. What do we want? What are we doing?
Puts his arm on the table with his hand out.
Oh my god.
Strength checks, I'm assuming.
Strength saving.
Loser buys the drink.
I'm down. Let's do it.
Just a strength check. No mod. Like this is. Oh, actually, athletics. This will be athletics.
Athletics.
Yeah.
This is like I roll 20 plus my modifier.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
your D20 plus your modifier.
Yeah, 18.
You both start and you feel yourself giving ground as he starts to push you down. Roll again.
20. Dirty 20.
You managed as you start to give, you manage to just stabilize and just hold it there for a moment. Go again.
Oh my god.
18.
Again, you just give. You just can't hold. One more. Go.
His mental strength is out of...
Natural 20. Natural 20.
You in the heat, you see this Minotaur kind of begin to grin through this through his mouth, and just in that moment, you take advantage of that and you crack it over, and all of a sudden he's on the defensive. Go again.
Natural 20.
In one massive moment, you bring it over.
Bang.
You hear as there's almost a crack as you almost break one of the boards on the table. Ah! He grabs at his arm. That's quite a grip you've got. I'll give you that. Next one's on me.
Well done, mate. I'll have another one of these, thanks.
It's like I'll need one too. And he just gets up, wanders off, and you see him talk to the barkeep, and shortly later he puts another jug of ale down in front of you. Says, "Anyone else up for a challenge?"
I look away instantly. As my athletics is -1.
I look at Fluffy and say, after that demonstration, I'll definitely be getting my own room. and I stand up and I go to walk towards the bar to see if there's a room available.
Easy. Minotaur kind of puts the ale down and walks off. You walk up to Hero. Yes, can I help? After another drink?
I kind of lift it up and shake it.
You've got like,
a
little bit left.
Yeah. Yes, if I could trouble you for another, but I came up to ask if there was any rooms available tonight. I know I've seen you here before. I don't know if you recognize me, but I was really hoping for a room.
Oh, I never forget quite such a face. Yes. Roommate is available. You can have that one tonight, and I'll get you your drink. And pours another drink and it's up on the bar.
Lyndall.
Sorry. I go to grab the drink and I say, by chance was roommate yours?
I knew it.
I just picked up on what he said.
Yeah,
Do we hear this from the table?
No, we have no idea.
Okay.
You've got no idea now.
Okay.
No, not through the tavern.
Okay.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh my goodness. Concubine.
Dirty 20. The dirtiest of 20.
The dirtiest.
Jesus Christ.
He looks at you with a raised eyebrow. Says, no, it's not. But maybe sometimes.
I guess tonight is not your number, but one day I might get it.
She visibly blushes, kind of just she like turns away goes to serve another customer at the bar.
Win some, you lose some. I go back to the table.
Lyndall, you said you're a local. What would you have in the way of work? Would you know anything in the way of work for a budding mercenary like myself and Pops over here?
I might know someone you could ask, but unless it's along the entertainment line, or playing the sack butt or whatnot, myself personally, I would not. You might go ask that guy over there, and point in the direction of a man across the room.
What's his name?
Okay.
Suggestion? I don't know.
Ristos.
Christos. All right, I'll go have a chat with him in a minute.
You see Lyndall point over to a kind of stout, pudgy-looking Triton over sitting, enjoying a drink.
Okay.
So, at this point, Amos, I'm going to have another detailed look around the room to see if anything is out of the ordinary.
Sure. Roll me a perception check.
Ugh, that is not good. Yeah, 3.
Can you roll me a stealth check, please, Azoth? As you are still attempting to conceal a giant golden mask as you are walking around this area.
Oh shit! That's what I forgot to do.
You never dropped it off.
No.
You don't have
I
anywhere
know.
to drop it off.
I was gonna ask, is it possible? I'll do this roll now because I forgot to do this. But is it possible for me to cast invisibility on an object?
I don't believe so. I believe it's a willing, it has to be a person.
It does
I'll
say
double-
a creature you touch.
Yeah, so it can't. You can't do it to an object.
Not an object. Okay, no worries. So we're doing stealth.
Yeah. So it's just you generally trying to conceal it in your movement.
6.
Total of 6?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Was that a natural one?
Stealth is dexterity.
Yeah.
Doesn't have any modifiers for dex.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not easy to conceal something like this for a long period of time. I'm sorry. You notice as all of you notice as Azoth kind of walks. There's something kind of awry to it, and you hear
Stop
something,
crunching.
and specifically, Lyndall, you see a glint of gold peek out from behind his robes. That's all.
You're looking at my robes.
I am going to get up and walk over to Christos and just gently make my way over towards him, as gently as a 6'11" man. Making my way. Yeah.
You
Going
see
over.
everyone's drink.
Just the boom,
You walk across. You walk across
Jurassic
the
Park.
across the inn and over to the table with Ristos, and he.
Is it Christos or Ristos?
Christos.
Chris.
Ristos.
Oh, Ristos.
Sorry,
I heard it as Chris.
TOS.
Yes, so did I.
K is silent
Ristos.
like a knife.
As in like, yeah, okay.
RIS.
As in like
RISTOS.
risotto, but no, without.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ristos. Yeah, you make your way over. You as light-footed as a 6'11" Leonin can manage.
I should have said like non-threateningly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You walk over holding your drink.
Yeah.
People kind of look up, and he looks up at you, and it just is. Well, you're certainly something, aren't you? How can I help?
G'day, mate. Was just pointed in your direction from my newfound friend Lyndall over there. the man who's got magic fingers with his sack butt. Was just wondering what you might have in the way of work for a mercenary or someone that you needs to get jobs done well.
Oh yes, I might be able to help with that. Yeah, we can. I kind of run I keep control of the board outside. It has some odd jobs. There might be a couple of mercenary escort jobs if you'd like, following some caravans or some wares if you'd like. And there's usually something out about a chimera, but that's neither here nor there. I don't know if even you are up to that kind of challenge. That's
DM question. Chimera is what again?
Chimera is a three-headed beast that you've heard of.
Okay.
You've never battled one.
Mm-hmm.
You know they are fearsome, and that they can take out entire battalions of soldiers.
Gotcha. Thank you. All right. Well, I'll have a look at the board. And do you hang around here often, or do we? Do you have a card or something that I can grab from you?
I work down at the docks. You'll catch me here most evenings.
All right, mate. No worries. Pleasure to meet you, Bob. Fluffy, by the way. Yeah.
Fluffy.
Fluffy. Yeah.
Oh, nice to meet you, Fluffy. I'm Ristos.
Nice to meet you, mate.
Problem with that?
Yeah. You got a problem with it.
I'll catch you around.
All right. Thanks, mate. And I'll make my way back to the table.
Okay. Cool.
So I guess while this is happening, it's past a little bit of time. Thanks for the drinks, fellas. It's about that time. I'm getting a little bit tired. I'm off to bed. And Amos is going to retreat to room 6.
Okay.
As
You head
Amos as he leaves, I lean over to Azoth and quietly mention to him that his mask is chewed. in an attempt to conceal his secret with him.
He saw a shimmer of gold.
He saw a shimmer of gold that he recognized as the mask. He saw the mask before.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you say he recognized as the mask.
Yeah, he knows it's a mask. So.
Mama be tuna. Oh, okay.
And it's not a common trinket someone carries, and there was the mask missing. Like
Bing.
Sorry, what did you say, Lyndall?
Your mask is showing, and I'm in an attempt to help conceal your secret.
So he's whispering this to you.
Let you know that we can see it. Right?
Do I hear the whispers with my perception?
Roll me a. You're not actively listening, so I'd say, and this is probably on your way back, so you might see him lean over, but I don't actually think you'd hear anything.
It's fine.
So no.
Okay.
I kind of just close my robe, or just very
Discreetly, close up your robe a little bit more. Yeah, sure. No worries. I think you can try to conceal it a little bit more.
And then I look at Lyndall and I say, I mean, where do you go from here?
I go home. I live down the road a ways. I grew up here.
Well, I've acquired roommate here at the inn. I mean, if you were leaving soon, did you need any company on the walk?
No, thank you. I don't think I need any help. Thank you, though.
Very well.
Have I finished my beer, and has the Minotaur brung my new one yet?
Yeah, he brought that over before.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yes, mate.
Yeah. You hadn't even finished it. He just brought over your fresh one and walked away. Yeah, cool. So as the night goes on, a few more drinks are had, some idle chit chat of adventures past, before the tavern begins to quiet down, and you all retire off to your respective rooms. Each of you goes off to the three of you that are staying at the Harpy's nest. Go up into your rooms, and they're fine. They're a small room. Fluffy, you don't quite fit in the bed.
Common problem.
But not by much. This bed is still bigger than most of what you've seen, so you're pretty fine with it. Lyndall, you head off back into the town district, making your way home. A very well-known route for yourself from the Harpy's Nest to your house. A short walk back to your little place. Anything anyone wants to do over the night, or are we all just having a rest?
I'm keen to have a long rest.
Long rest, is it? Long rest.
I'm keen to have a long rest.
Tis a long rest.
You beauty.
Go.
Before this, so you said when I looked on the inside of the mask, nothing kind of I couldn't really decipher anything.
So you there was the name, or there was the word Kahir.
Kahir, yeah.
And then there was the kind of scribbling ciphers that you thought maybe you could decipher some of it. Given a small amount of time.
A small amount of time.
Yeah,
so if I sacrificed,
like maybe an hour.
If I sacrificed some time before I went to bed to do some work on it.
Yep. Well, actually, you will need more than that. You'll need probably half a day. Sorry.
Jesus.
Sorry. Yeah, read wrong.
That's a big difference.
That is a big difference. I missed a little bit there. My apologies. Yeah, you looking at it, you're like, I think I can get this, but I need more material. So you think, given some time, and possibly some text on deciphering, possibly at the university or the library near this area, you should be able to decipher that, or some of it.
Okay. Thank you. It's good information.
Okay. Everyone just heading off to sleep?
I think before we go to bed, I say to Lyndall, "Oh yeah, did you want to meet us here in the morning, and we can go from there and try and work out what we want to do? You seem like a good bloke. I'd be happy to work with you if you want to work with us."
Absolutely. I usually eat breakfast here anyways, so whether or not you guys are up, I'll be here. So, want to meet? I'm here.
Azoth, you the same deal, mate?
Yes, I'm in.
I'd be down for some more bounty hunting if you're up with wanting some company. We'd be more than happy to help.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely looking to make some money. Then yeah, better not die alone.
All right, till the morning.
All right, you all head
Very well.
off. You all part your ways and go to bed, and sleep finds you soon enough. During the night, the dreams come and go, except for one. One sticks out. One dream that you have consists of the memory of after the attack and the shining mask. Except now in the dream it's rising up and turning, and the word Kahir shines brightly. and the dream, and then from there you wake up, and it's daylight for each of you.
Are you suggesting we all have the same dream?
Possibly.
Hmm.
Your character, you don't know that, but
Yeah, okay.
Do we feel rested even though we had this dream?
waking up feeling rested, regain all your spell slots, regain all your health.
Thank
You're all
goodness.
back in
Holy
tip-top shape.
crap. Thank goodness.
I'm a Weet-Bix kid!
You all kind of those at the harpy's nest all, you know, rise and stretch out, and as you go to leave your rooms, you all kind of leave the room at about the same time.
Cute.
So meet you in the hallway.
So I head down to the bar area and start to look for a breakfast meal. So I head towards the
Breakfast mead.
bar area, looking to get
No worries.
a feed.
Yeah, I go down and do the same.
Yep, you head up. You see a different barkeep this time. A gentleman, probably in his 60s, trimmed, clean cut, graying beard, who is got a beer belly, but is well muscled on his arms despite his age. Sees you coming down and says, "Aye, some new faces in town, eh? Well, let's what can we do for you?"
Hello, sir. I'd like a couple of breakfast meals, please, for me and my friend here. As I gesture, it's Fluffy.
One regular, one large, I take it.
That would be correct, sir.
Yes, please.
Easy done.
What'll you
And
have,
goes
Amos?
And he kind of, you see him walk back to a door that's behind him, and he yells out, "Oi! One large, one regular. Get it straight up." He comes back out. After any drink with that?
I was about to say coffee, but I don't know if they do coffee.
I'll grab an hour, thanks, mate. Just a small one.
Hey, that's my kind of man. Pours a little ale, puts it up for you. The silver for the meal and the for the meals and the drinks.
Hands
Okay.
over the silver.
All right, I'll get the next one.
Go
Is it
and
just-
sit down. It's relatively quiet. There's a few people around having breakfast, but much quieter than it was the previous night. As you sit down and wait for your meals. Azoth, are you joining them or?
Yeah, so look, having Lyndall kind of see the mask, he knows I have it after having the dream, and with the comments that, you know, maybe we won't be parting ways very soon, as Fluffy said. I decided to come out of my room holding the mask,
Okay.
just out, and approach the table and just kind of put the mask on the table and sit down with them.
Mm-hmm. What do you have there? I thought that was left at the side of the road.
Sort of go and check the three to make sure that the three are still in my bag, and
Your three are still there.
the three still.
Amos, who was looking over the body, you recognize this as that mask, as
Yeah.
the mask that first returned.
Yeah.
Fluffy, you're like, it's a gold mask. You recognize it's the one from your dream, but it's not the one that but it's not one of the ones that you had previously.
I mean, good morning. Yes.
G'day,
Good
mate.
morning.
Welcome.
Sorry, abruptly.
Well, after yesterday's escapades, I've got to be honest. Look, I've been doing this alone for a little while, and I mean, I don't know who I can trust. I have my own quest to attend to, and I'm used to doing that by myself. So I must admit, I tried to hide the mask because I thought it had some relevance to some meaning that I've been looking for. But after some thought and a strange dream, I've decided to bring everyone in. You know,
I question as he says strange dream. I look confused.
Yeah, same. And then I look at Amos as well.
Continue.
As they finish that,
At about this time, you're rocking up, Captain.
I kind of burst through the door and head straight for the.
Oh, he's a morning person.
Yeah, the barkeep, and I say, you won't believe the dream I had. As if that's a common occurrence. I come in and I discuss my my night with the barkeep,
You come up
the daily barkeep, as he's a good friend.
Hixus, who you know well. And yeah, and he's like, do tell. I'm always curious.
As
Do
he
we hear him?
says that, you will hear we spin around and look at it at Lyndon.
So did you say Hixus?
Hixus.
Hixus.
Hixus. Hixus.
Is that right? Nice.
So you continue.
So I continue and start describing the dream in detail, as you guys immediately, recognize the same dream.
Yeah, so I turn around and look in that direction and say, I had the exact same dream. That mask right there was in it as well.
Guys, we might want to have this conversation somewhere that's not shouting across a barroom floor.
Agreed.
Just in case.
I grabbed the mask and put it back in my robes.
Yeah.
Just
Hixus is looking very curious.
Is there anyone? Has anyone heard
like,
what we're talking about?
You just see him looking around. Other people have kind of have looked around, but looking at most of them are looking at Lyndall, and then kind of just looking away, knowing he's a bard of stories.
Exaggeration.
Yeah. It's
So there's no one
par for the
looking.
course in the morning.
No one's looking very super intently, other than Hixus.
Nope.
Okay.
Not that you notice. Oh, actually, roll me a perception.
13.
You don't see anyone looking at you intently, no.
Okay.
as I was saying, not my strong suit to ask for help, let alone accept it. But I was looking over the mask last night, kind of lowered my voice, and I feel like I'd be able to get some answers from it, given enough time, and with hopefully a reward from the bounty. Maybe I could get some answers from it, and I don't. If it means what I think it means, and I don't know anything about what it means, just I want to sound like I know what I'm talking about. If it means what I think it means, I could use some help. What say you?
As I approach the table and join the group at the table, I'm very eager to help and figure out what the dream means, as well as the mask.
I suggest that we possibly work together to help understand this mask a little bit better.
I mean, if this is a sign from the gods, I don't think it shall go unheard.
Yeah.
I agree.
As you're sitting here and now thinking about this more heavily, I would like Azoth and Lyndall to roll me a history check, please.
17.
11.
both of you recall the name Kahir. Now that you've seen it in your dream, it's come more to the forefront of your thought, and you realize that this is a name you've heard before. It's the name of an oracle that's in Miletus. Azoth, you know it to be an oracle of Phaenax, the god of deception. From what you recall, she tends to do her work out of the artisans, in the area near the artisans' quarters and the harbor.
This oracle.
This oracle has a place of a residence there.
Kahir.
Kahir.
As this comes to my mind, I'll share that with the group.
Cool. And all kind of speak of this.
So I recognize the name Phaenax, but
yeah, you know, if that's all mentioned, yeah, you know, all of you know the god Phaenax. You all know of all the gods, to varying degrees, each of you. But yes,
I'll just say in past teachings of mine, do I know this information? You know.
What information in particular?
To say that, you know, I recall, you know, this Kahir as an oracle of Phaenax that, you know, resides around the.
Yeah, from living in this area for a while, you've heard stories of this oracle.
So does that mean I don't need to spend half a day trying to crack, or is that like the other symbols and stuff inside of it? Or...
So there is the on the mask, looking at it, there is here, and then there's all the inscriptions. You think with half a day at, you know, working on it, you could break maybe some of the inscriptions, but Kahir is separate.
Okay. Has he told us about the inscriptions? Is that part of it? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Is this?
I suppose the last one.
You all saw it. You all saw some, like, roughly the inscriptions in the dream, but like couldn't get any details out of it. All you really saw was the. Yeah.
Given that we have to go back to the harbour today, for you, Azoth, to go and collect your bounty, is it worth going and seeing if Kahir is here?
Is a here?
Is there here?
Are you here or over there? My apologies. Social skills have got some improvements.
If you guys just go to the DnD chat quickly, you should be able to see a. If I actually hit send on it, that'll be great. Come on. Just uploading it. There we go.
Hot damn!
That's what you. That's the mask.
How do I share this thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Where'd you put it?
In the
Yeah, that'd be
DnD.
hard
Yeah,
to stick
cool.
down your pants.
Yeah, like that's why you're like, I stick it down my pants. I'm like, the only reason I'm allowing this is because you have big robes. If you didn't have those robes, that was never going to work.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, right.
Oh god.
That looks dope.
This image does not
God.
work as well. Hopefully this one works a little better.
I know I've lost Crub. Crub's video.
Oh, I've lost Crub's video too.
There you go. That's the image you want.
Oh,
I can see the inscription on the inside of the mask. Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Ooh,
Crub, you still with us?
that's sick.
Yeah. Was Crub DC'd or?
This is an
He's
awesome mask.
having some dramas with his stream.
Oh yeah, everyone's frozen on his stream. It didn't like him changing to the D&D thing.
That is a cool. That is a cool thing.
Yeah. So that's the mask that you've got, and it's in the shape of kind of a V with all the inscriptions on the inside.
As I take it out of my robes and suffer 3 points of slashing damage.
Just trying to work out what Krabbadub's doing.
I figured, like, my thinking and the reason I kind of allowed it was because you've got all these robes back here, that you'd, like, tucked it, like, back behind your robes.
In
like,
your bum.
inside of your robes. And it was just sitting back there, so some point while you were walking, your cloak had opened up. And that's when, like, Lyndall had seen it. We'll just wait for a bit, and
Speaking
hopefully
of, now
Carl
he's
comes back. I think
I
his
can't
stream
hear
is
him.
visible. I can't hear him still. Can we hear him in his stream? Am I just going to get the weirdest sense of, like,
his
talking to
video's
myself?
gone off. I thought he turned his video off, but yeah, can't hear. at the
He's
moment.
looking at some of his settings.
On stream.
Yeah, I can
Someone
see
just
him.
draw on the map.
Yeah, sorry, I was messing around with.
It's all right. I worked out how to delete everyone's drawings. So
Oh, I love those drawings.
Sorry about that.
Hey!
hey,
You good?
Stream PC froze for some reason.
Ah, all good.
When I clicked on that image, it like.
he didn't like it. Ah, that was the intent. It was a virus all along. This was a long con. I'm done. Goodbye.
And then he disappeared.
What? Yeah, what?
He actually goodbye. He actually is like bye.
It just been. Anyway, it's gonna hurt the prison pocket.
Yeah, yeah, with the
Yeah,
spike.
I saw that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that too.
I have all of your
Yeah,
streams
culture,
open,
thank you for
so
the
I just
follow, I
like
appreciate it.
jumping between them to see what people are saying occasionally.
I would love an additional 3 screens right now. That'd be great.
Yeah, I know, right?
I got my little laptop in front of me to take notes, and I just go back and forth from my character sheet when I need it. But yeah, as Fluffy said, I was going to say, as it kind of came to me that I realized that Kahia, you know, being an Oracle of Phoenix in the city, what a friggin', you know, coincidence. I was going to say, look at, you know, I had the intent of, I think I said it, like with the bounty of the rewards from the bounty, maybe spending some time trying to decipher it. Yeah, probably quicker and easier potentially, just to go in and see if we can find Kahia, to get some kind of answer, guidance, direction.
I'm going to suggest that we head to the harbour this morning after we finished eating, and if nothing, if we don't necessarily have something to do directly afterwards, we can spend time together to go through the inscription and work it out together to reduce the time it would take to decipher it.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Yep. Let's do it.
All right, so where are we going?
To the harbour.
Heading towards the harbour, I guess. To
Do the bounty
check
first?
in, yeah, first check in for the bounty.
Go and see if Dorlan is around. Although I think he's taken sick leave.
Oh, poor Dolanos. He was a good boy.
Lyndall, you good to come along while you fix up some settings?
Yeah, I think I've lost my stream PC, but that's fine. We'll just keep going. I don't want to derail it. So,
Lost your stream PC.
yeah,
But you are still streaming, aren't you?
yeah. I don't know what's going on, but yeah.
Okay, so let's move forward, I guess. The four of you head out from after receiving your meals and eating it. It's a nice serving of bacon with some toast that is maybe a little bit too well done, and some eggs. Yeah, you all get a nice meal and then continue on down to the harbour. Azoth, you kind of follow where you went back down to the harbour, and you recognise the large warehouse that you saw before. The chain is off, and the door is slightly open. Not enough to get through, but just a little bit.
I might just give a knock anyway.
You knock and you hear, "Oi, who's that?"
Athentos, is that you?
"Oi, yes.
We met last night. It's Azoth.
Oh, Azoth. Oh, yes, of course. Wonderful.
Good friend of
and he
Dorlano.
comes up, and despite this door being like massive, and you expect to weigh a lot, you see just one arm pull it across. As he stands there. You've got some friends. Wonderful. Did they help as well?
Yep.
No.
My apologies. The real answer is no. There was a bit of a kerfuffle the other day. Well, I mean, look. Dorlanos and I were on our way back to Miletus, and we did run into some trouble, and this party was of help. So
they returned. I'd heard there was some people that rocked up at the
where troubles.
Always does. Was that you? Were you part of that as well? You lot. You dealt with those.
Yes.
Those creatures.
Yeah, it was quite a scene. So
it was a lot of fun.
Right here, it definitely was.
Took us all by surprise, but we were able to, keep it under control and make it home. Thank goodness for Dorlanos.
Ah, wonderful. Yes, he's I believe he's we've not seen him yet. I assume he's still resting. He looked much worse for wear.
He might be a bit shaken up, yes.
But that's all right. Here, come. I'll send one of the, and he yells back, "Oi, one of you lads, go and fetch the guild head." And you see this young human boy kind of pokes that up. Aye, sir. Bolts, and he bolts away.
Yes.
Athentos kind of gestures you in and leads you up in towards an office that has a couple of chairs in it, and then kind of his desk, and he hops around and sits on the other side. And he kind of sits down. He's I have had the boys do the inventory. They came in early, so I've got a full list of the goods that you've managed to retrieve. Unfortunately, some of them have spoiled, which is a shame. But you'll still get your.
I'm sorry, spoiled?
There was some food that was
from
the crates. It's just
understood.
Was too long. They obviously didn't keep it properly, and it's gone. There was an iron chest that wasn't part of our inventory. That was.
It had a bit of a dent into it.
Yes, it was very heavily dented.
Yes.
Busted the lock, but one of my boys was able to open it, and not our stuff. So I assume that spoils go to you. It wasn't personal effects, so I have no need of it.
I mean, it would be appreciated.
only
There
fair.
was quite an effort to wrangle those bandits.
He reaches back into to a safe and kind of unlocks it before pulling out this chest, which you can all see is this iron chest about kind of yay big, and it would be a nice kind of rectangular prism if not for the dent that existed in the top of it near where the lock is.
Is that someone's head?
The sword.
It's not closing properly at this point, but he puts it up and opens it up, and inside is some gold and some personal effects as well. Not personal effects, but effects of the stuff that seem to belong to the bandit group. Not not like personal belongings, but like little odds and ends that they would have used. Some keys and the like.
I was able to secure 100 gold. I'm sure stolen from the merchants that happy to return, returned to their rightful owners, and many weapons and trinkets. Some.
Yes, I got all them on the we got all that on the report. So that's all good. I believed there was an agreement for an amount to be paid, but that'll be handled by the guild head, who and he looks kind of out the window that overlooks into the warehouse. You've come up some stairs, you're kind of overlooking that, and he looks down and he says, "Oh," and he's just coming up. You hear some steps coming up, some footsteps come up the stairs, and you see opening the door a relatively tall satyr who has relatively short horns that just go up, and a mess of ginger hair. He has some circular spectacles, and is holding a book, and has various bags attached to his waist. And he walks in and says, "Hey, Athentos, you had one of the boys send for me?" And Athentos just kind of, yes, this is the, well, I believe this one here," and he points to you, Azoth, "is the one that dealt with the bounty. And from what I was speaking to Dorlanos and from these gentlemen, they all helped with the return on the road, so..."
Yeah, somewhat.
The
tail end.
I elbow Amos in the head, I guess, because I'm a bit taller than I'll be like,
you strike one of his horns. You always forget that they're really solid.
It's a small Ed Sheeran. So I just
Amos looks at you and is confused, not knowing
Not knowing what an Ed Sheeran is. I say hello to the guild master in Sylvan, and just introduce myself as Amos.
He looks back and says, I'm Omiros. Good to meet you, but we'll speak in..." And then he swaps over to common. "We'll speak with everyone. I just find it's easier."
Understandable.
Now, if it's you that managed to return the goods, I believe it's you that gets the bounty. However, I did go and speak to Dorlanos at home this morning. He said you only dealt with one of the bandits, not the whole group.
I was able to take down the captain, but was grappled, and two of the bandits did get away, unfortunately.
Okay. And you're sure it was the captain?
100%. Unfortunately, I left his body at the opening of the cave to send a message, really. Dorlanos would be able to
corroborate,
accredit that.
Okay. If that's the case, it was 200 gold for the lot, I suppose. For the captain, I shall give you 100 gold. And then as for the supplies returned, unfortunately, due to the nature of some of them not being of much value, the ones that you did return some of them were still in decent condition. Let's say 70 gold, 170 in total.
Yeah, I would say that, yes.
Wonderful. He reaches back and
I'll also be keeping the bandit stash that I was able to find, as it's no use to you. It's not part of the merchant's.
Yes.
merchant's
Athentos did say something about that. That's no problem. That's, if it's your spoils of the fight, it's your spoils of the fight. I won't get involved in that. He reaches into a purse on his side and pulls out a stack. One stack, and puts it on the table, and then reaches out and pulls out another stack, removing 3 coins, and puts out 17 platinum pieces on the table.
17 platinum. So they're they're worth
platinum.
10 gold
One
each.
platinum is 10 gold.
Okay.
my conversion is right. And if
Conversion
not,
rate,
well,
yeah.
that's what it
Does
is
that
now.
conversion go all the way down? So 1 gold is 10 silver.
It's all done in tens.
Gotcha.
I fish out 3 platinum coins out of one of the bags and fling it to each one of the guys with me.
Much appreciated. Tips.
Wait,
Non-existent cat.
What? One? What did you say? You flipped off
One
parent,
platinum.
1 platinum. Dope.
It's 10 gold each.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah,
thanks,
much appreciated. Yeah, much appreciated for the help around the well. It doesn't go unnoticed. Have I fished through this little bandit chest?
Roll me an investigation check.
Investigation. God damn it.
What did I think of? Winston is about to do some puzzling.
Oh my god, I watched that recently.
Puzzling. Investigation.
I missed. Sorry. 17.
17. As you're looking through, there's various coins of different types. Some of them that you seem to have a good eye for. You notice might be fake. The interesting part is as you're going through and you're going through this chest, you kind of hit the bottom and it doesn't quite sound right. It's not what you expect to be here from the bottom of an iron chest.
Can I investigate that further?
Are we doing this in the middle of the? I'd like to just clarify where we're at.
We're gonna carry the box out and it's heavy, isn't it?
It's your box. It's up to you. You can carry it. It's
We're gonna
big,
go
but
to
it's
see
not
this
like
oracle. One
You
sec,
can do it here
fellas.
if you want.
One sec.
Okay, you can roll me another investigation check.
Oh god, I've already wasted my good 17. 10.
You
Must I use my sword again?
you expect? You're pretty sure there's a false bottom to this. But upon closer inspection, you're not 100% sure how it opens.
I slowly turn around and, as much as I'd hate to admit it, I think I need some help with this box, and whoever is able to help me, I would gladly,
Amos
repay
offers his assistance and attempts to undo the false bottom.
Okay, roll me an investigation check as
Investigation.
well.
Alright. So that is a 23.
Oh.
So upon looking at this box, you notice that there's the main locking mechanism that looks a little damaged at this point, and if you looking at the locking mechanism as it sits in with a key, you actually realize that looking down from the top, there seems to be another keyhole going straight down through that mechanism. You think you should be able to unlock it if you manage to if you can do all right.
Can I attempt to pick the lock?
You certainly can.
Because I have thieves. I have thieves
Certainly try.
tools.
Yeah, you can use your thieves' tools to
didn't have those.
yeah, you can use your thieves' tools to attempt to unlock it.
You just whacked it with your sword, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
I thought it was either the captain's head or it was or the sword.
Oh my god, what I did to the captain though.
Awesome. We'll talk about that later.
Tales for another time.
Okay.
So is this just a D20?
Yeah, just a D20. Add your dexterity and your proficiency.
Dexterity and proficiency.
Amos. Stick your horn in there.
What's my proficiency? Where can I see that?
+2.
Oh, okay, I see. Gotcha. Okay. So that would be 19.
Lockpick breaks.
Oh no!
Oh, never mind.
The lock
Damn.
doesn't give.
That's a really strong lock.
No way.
This lock is very good.
Um,
If you aren't in a rush, you're pretty sure you could just really take your time with it, but it'll take you a bit of time to do it slowly.
Are my thieves' tools broken now, or do they still work?
You have multiple lockpicks in your thieves'
Okay.
tools. It's not just the one.
Gotcha.
So there was nothing real. There's nothing in the top of the top section of the box. Like you said, some
There
fake
was
coin.
there was some real coins in there as well. You think, like some of them that you think are real. So you have 5 fake gold pieces, and you have 5 gold pieces and 5 silver pieces.
So, okay. Should we? Maybe we just bring it along with us for now.
Oh, I can carry it.
I agree.
Thank you, Fluffy.
Cool.
Yeah, we have other matters to attend to, and
How big is it?
Kind
Can
of,
I
was
like?
kind of looking curious at this, and it's just let us know if any of that had to do with us. We've said it's yours, so yes. But if it has to do with the Merchant Guild, it'd be very kind for you to let us know, especially if it's more information regarding shipping routes. We don't really want that out there.
yeah, I understand, and you were gracious enough to give me the bounty and rewards for my troubles. So you have my word.
Wonderful. Enjoy the rest of your day. Maybe we'll hear from you soon. Thank you for what you did.
Athentos,
It kind of steps back and says, "Yes, thank you. Head on out. I will need to continue to speak to Athentos, but thank you very much." And Dolanos sends his regards, and also wanted to share that he hopes not to see you, but I don't know what that's about.
An inside joke, I'm sure.
What did you do to this poor man?
Yeah, the poor bloke.
Are we off? We're off.
Yeah, we're off. How big's the chest? Can I palm it, or do I have to like?
You could hold it in like one
is it
under
like,
with
I
one
hold
hand
it
by
under
your
my
side.
arm? Okay,
Yeah.
it's not like I can't palm it like a basketball.
I think you could.
Yeah, so I'm just like holding it.
Specifically
Yeah,
you can.
yeah.
just
So
kind
I'm
of
just
hold it.
holding. I'm just
Like-
holding it
Like you've kind of still got to hold it kind of awkwardly because the lid
because
won't
the
close
lid.
properly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, you can hold it.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
I
Kahir.
See if we can find Kahir.
I'm going straight to
But I-
here. Yep.
Would I know where the Oracle is, having been raised in the city?
You've heard of the Oracle. You know roughly
Know
where
of
the
it.
Oracle is as well. So yeah, you know that you know it's up in between like the harbor quarter and I believe I said the artisans area.
Addison's quarters.
Artisans quarters. So down. So it's not far from the docks. Just need to head up. Kind of further into the district, into the living districts. And you make your way through a couple of maybe took a little bit longer than you thought, as the place here can be a little bit of a maze sometimes. But you soon come across a building that doesn't look extremely ornate, but it is well kept. And on the front of it is Phoenix's symbol, the symbol of a winged return mask sits above the place.
I think this is it, guys. What we're looking for.
all right, lead the way. Let's go in. Is there any like guards or anything? Can we like? Is there anyone? Is there?
You walk past other people walking around. There's no guards out the front of this place. This is, other than that symbol, it's a pretty standard place.
Is it? It's like a temple, yeah.
The shop?
No, it's not a temple.
Oh.
It's more of just, it looks more like a cottage with just that out the front.
Okay.
Sort of
Slowly
knock on the front door.
push open the it's fine. You can knock on
Push
the door
open.
and I would just say push open the door and go in and
knock
announce
on the
ourselves.
door.
Yeah, we just go in. I think it's a secret.
You just going in.
Yeah, and then ask if anybody's here.
So as you kind of go to push on the door, it's locked.
Okay.
So from there you knock, and you hear a pleasant female's voice of, "Hello,
Female.
I've been expecting you. However, you'll have to wait just a little. Give me some time."
I'm sorry, if you're expecting us, it's a bit odd that you're not ready for us.
Yeah, I
knew
agree
when-
with him.
I knew when you'd come. But just because that's the case doesn't mean I'm not attending other matters.
How long do you
Very
need, love?
About half an hour will do. Just a little bit of time.
Sound of Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
Checks out, right?
Just a wee bit of time.
Hello!
Hello, Hello, darlings.
I mean, Amos, if you wanted to have another crack at the
Well, that's what I was
old,
going to say. I use the spare time to try and start, I guess, picking the lock of the...
Half an hour is probably a good amount of time, you reckon? You can, you kind of get down to work and carefully get to it. And eventually you get there and you hear a click in the mechanism as the bottom of the thing seems to lift ever so slightly.
I hand it then back to Azoth.
Much appreciated, Amos.
You're very welcome.
Come close. I'm sure you'd like to know what's inside though.
And so he hovers over the top of Azoth as he attempts to lift it open.
Do I have to put it on the ground and kneel over it, or is it?
We're about the same height, so it's
I'm
Actually.
5'11". That's all right. Yeah,
so I'm under you then. Yeah.
I'll hold it like at my waist.
So are you opening it up?
Oh god, it's gonna explode or something. Yeah, slowly put my hand in and
Opens up.
Okay.
Inside you see papers. Various papers with that are relatively small, more like a note than like a full long paper. And there's about 5 of these notes just under this. They're just sitting in this false compartment.
I'll take the notes out and put the box on the ground.
Mhm.
And look through the notes, I guess.
Yep. So the notes are all addressed to a. Let me just get the name up again. Sorry. To a. Where is it? Niklos. Nyklos. Niklos. rather. And each of them, the notes speak of the need to disrupt and the particular route that you were searching on, and the best times that would be needed to do it, as well as one of the notes is at the bottom has the initials AR at the bottom. You notice most of the notes.
That's a roll.
Roll me a dexterity check.
Dexterity. I'm reading.
All of us, or just him?
Just in.
I'm reading it as well. We're reading it together.
Thanks. Oh, 3.
You don't quite realize in time as the papers that you're holding all burst into flames, and they just kind of singe your fingertips. It's not much, it doesn't hurt much, but you it happens faster than you can really realize, and they're burnt.
So all we got out before they burnt was Niklos, Disrupt, and initials AR.
Yeah.
Yeah. So disrupt. It was disrupt. The wording that you got was from and kind of the gist of the different ones, and I'll pass on what it actually said out of the ones that you did manage to read, which will be depending on my dice rolls. Depends on some things. I've got to get that done. I didn't expect you to actually do this today. I'll be honest. It's things about disrupting the caravans and the merchants area. So you got something about that, as well as one of the notes spoke of other groups doing similar thing around the policies. And then the initials AR on one of the notes.
I can only assume when I found
1 point of fire damage.
my favorite fingernail. When I found Dorlanos, he was unconscious, but he'd been there for quite a while, and they'd tortured him for information about the merchants' travel routes, and I think they used that information to attack certain merchants and gain the wares that they got, that I eventually got back from them. I can only assume. I mean, maybe Niklos was the bandit captain that I had slain quite awesomely, but I'll tell you that later. I didn't get any names at the bandit camp. Maybe Dorlanos heard them talking though. Although he was unconscious, but he might have heard a name slip.
What was the race?
They were humanoid, yeah, just human bandits. Scum. Yeah, I can only assume.
It's about at this time that the door you hear open up as a relatively tall, maybe 5'11" female stands there elegantly and says, "It's time. Please enter."
Amos looks directly up and starts walking through.
Before we enter, I give Amos another gold coin and whisper thanks as we walk in.
Always.
Okay. You come in, and what you see is a very simple cottage with that for the lot of you in there, with all of you in there, feels relatively cramped. Like it's not particularly big. And there's various things, some dried plants, some texts and stuff up across the walls in different languages, languages that some of you recognize, languages that some of you don't. There's a text. There's one for those of you that know Primordial and Sylvan. There's a text for you. If anyone knows Celestial, there's also one there. There's also one in common, and it speaks of the path of Phaenax. That's what it says across the top of it.
So they all say the same thing. They all say Path of Phaenax.
The ones you can read, yeah. So you you all come in and take a, and she kind of walks around in front, and there is a single chair that she sits on in front of a desk that has a glass crystal ball in front of it. And she sits down and says, "So, tell me, what is it you see?"
So, Amos says to Kahir, do we know this is Kahir? Sorry?
Nope.
No.
You're pretty sure, but you're pretty sure you're at the right place, but you haven't checked or anything, so you're not 100%. You've never
Amos-
been here before.
Yeah, Amos leans over the table and goes, "Are you Kahir?"
I am.
I'm
You
there.
must be.
My name is Amos.
Pleasure.
But you do
Yes. Yeah. Yesterday, I'm sure you've heard, there was an attack of returned on the road near the well.
I had.
We were the group that so
Wonderful.
valiantly defeated those returned. And in doing so, we found this piece of clay that said,
Silence the heretic.
silence the heretic, Kehir.
Vyas.
Vyas. Sorry, Vyas.
bias, yeah.
And we were hoping that you could.
You see her brow kind of push down at the mention of the name Vaya.
Yeah, and we were hoping you could possibly allude to that information. And as he does that, he slips out 5 gold and just pushes it across the table.
It's quite generous. You say this spoke of a Vayas.
Yes.
Do you have that the clay?
Piece. I don't think anyone picked it up. No, we don't. We didn't.
Didn't Lyndall pick it up? I thought Lyndall picked it up.
I assume someone grabbed it when they were looking at it, or did you just leave? Did you just pick it up, look at it, and put it back down?
I mean,
Over the shoulder.
It was on the original body, wasn't it?
No, this was on the was on the 3 bodies.
Okay, well then yes,
It was on the
Linda would
leader.
have picked it up because he swiped
I
the silver.
You,
and
yeah,
everything
you
else.
took the coin and stuff, so it's whether or not you would have taken it when you took the coin.
I would have. I didn't.
Yeah,
Give it
okay,
a
cool.
Sorry,
Yeah, that's
I
that's
guess,
fine.
I'll take a
give
step
you
back
that.
and I'll take a step back and let Lyndall
Yeah.
move
I
forward.
reach across
Kind of,
and
she extends her hand.
and present the piece of clay pottery to her.
Yes, okay. Vayas is not a name I've heard in quite some time. He was an oracle. We were at odds with each other for various reasons. But it's a name I've not heard for 6 years. He died. Quite mysteriously. No one really knew why. Strange. Very strange. So, what is it you wish me to discover?
Well,
Put it down.
we.
I'll pull out the
That's what I was going to say.
gold at the, would you like to reach into my robes? I open my robe and look over to Amos. And wait. I pull out the golden return mask, flip it over, and say, if you truly are Kahir, then, I mean, this literally has your name on it. And I kind of put it on the table in front of her, flipped upside down.
A little bit of intimidation against it as well.
She looks at it and just stares at it for a time, and then doesn't say anything to me. Says, okay, and looks and turns back behind her to where there's all these scrolls and starts pulling out some, putting them next to it, and then starts going through and going back and forth between the scrolls. And this takes some time where she's just sitting there doing that, going back and forth.
do the other 3 masks that I've got in my backpack, whatever I've got, I'm holding, are they? Do they have the same inscriptions and stuff?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
She goes back and forth and then eventually is okay. It seems this is very strange. You say you found this on where did you find this?
It was one of the returned that we slain was no, sorry. Well, I mean there were 4 returned in full, and it seemed as though that the 3 that were ganged together may have killed this other returned as he was, covered in arrows that looked like the arrows that the other returned had as well, and he was the first. They were the first to fall before the battle began, and he was wearing the mask.
Right.
Hmm.
So you think this is Varyas, and he escaped? And you said the pottery. It says his secrets must. Okay. Oh, what am I saying? The mask. I've decrypted it just a little bit. This is all I can decrypt. It's uses my name for the key. It says hid from the eyes of mortals and gods lies wither in Orestus's rot. I mean,
So
the text is very direct. It's a song from that we sing about Phaenax. It's fascinating. It's unfortunately I can't decipher any more than that. The cipher is incomplete. I cannot do more. But
Sorry, Kea.
yes.
You said escaped. Where did Varyas escape from?
Well, he was returned. No, he must have escaped the underworld. If he died like I thought, then he must have escaped.
How long ago did Varyas die?
I think he disappeared some years ago. I don't recall exactly when. Maybe.
And you said that you were at odds.
Years?
You said that you were at odds with him. What was your quarrel?
Our quarrel was a silly trifle. I was relatively critical of a piece of art of his, and he took offense. And that was it. I maintain his comedy was not very good. Look,
Right.
you've never heard
Yeah. Right.
of
Yeah.
the satyr's half horn? No, of course you haven't. It wasn't memorable. I'm sorry. Pointed that out to him. He didn't like it. That and he's another oracle. We had differing opinions on translations of readings and the
What?
likes.
What was the DM question? What was the line she said? It hid from the eye.
Okay. Hid from the eyes of mortals and gods lies wither in Orestus's rot. Orestus is spelled Orestes. Orestus is, and then it's apostrophe S.
Orestus's block.
Rot.
Rot. R-O-T.
R-O-T.
Orestus.
I'm going to ask Kahir a question. Do you know if there is a place called Orestus's Rot?
Orestus's rot, no, but Orestus Yes, Orestes, could mean the court of Orestes. It's, a tomb. Orestes was, one of the first followers of Phaenax, or said to be. More myth than anything, and his tomb is known as the court of Orestes. So I assume it means something along those lines. It's also meant to be the resting place of Phaenax's silence. Whatever that may be, I do not know.
Here, you said the cipher is incomplete.
Yes.
Fluffy, I believe you have more mask. Could that be the rest of the cipher?
I pull out the masks and put them on the table, and I don't know if you see anything else.
She looks over them, but there doesn't appear to be any inscriptions on them or anything. So she turns and says, "No, these give me nothing. I would think maybe if this refers to Orestes, maybe that's where the rest of the cipher could be found. I mean, that's what I would do. And if this was Valyas, it's definitely what he would do. Man was too dramatic for its own good. That is for sure."
So, Kahir, you're a follower of Phaenax?
I mean, yes. That is the mask that sits out the front of my house,
Yes.
front of my place.
Yes, of course.
He helps me see things, and I help guide people towards various activities.
Quick DM question: would Fluffy know Sylvan?
Did we discuss whether or not you knew Sylvan?
I think we did. Yeah, and yes, I do.
I think you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
I think
because
you
we
know
spent
Sylvan.
enough time to
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Amos is going to just quickly lean back to Fluffy and just kind of say quickly, should we mention the dream?
What about the dream?
Oh, so she understands Sylvan. Fantastic.
I was waiting for it. Yeah.
What
I
dream?
was waiting for it.
I'd like to point out, you're in a room with a bunch of texts. One of them was Sylvan.
Yeah.
Maybe that wasn't. Maybe that's just decor. Live, laugh, love. I don't know.
It's like having,
You're right, you didn't
having Chinese noodles on your forearm.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, what dream? What dream do you speak of?
Well, we all had the same dream overnight.
After we defeated the Returned, everything went grey and black and white, and the only thing that
And
stood out.
things turn to whispers.
Yes.
Yes.
And the only thing that stood
Phaenax
out
has
was
chosen you.
a gold mask.
Interesting. You lot. Not what I would have expected Phaenax to do, but I guess if situations demand it, they do.
You said Phaenax has chosen us.
Well, that is one of his signs. I've seen it many. Usually it implies that he has something that he wants done. It may have to, I guess it has to do with this mask, but that would make sense. It is never wise to offend the gods. I would do well to follow this.
Oh, that bacon was pretty good.
That was law. That's canon.
She kind of continues on and says, "Now, Orestes is. No one ever found it, but everyone always said it was. The tales always spoke of it being near the Kaistonis River, somewhere along it. If you'd like a spelling, KHYSTONOS. Kaistonis.
Is Oreska spelled Oreskos?
Orestes. Orestes.
Okay. All right, two different places.
Yep.
Lies wither in Orestes' rot.
Sorry. The Orestes' rot. I mean, you rot when you're dead.
Yeah, it's definitely alluding to the tomb.
I think So we go to
That's
this
the place to go.
Kistonus River. Is that what you just said?
Mhm.
Christ
Yes, Castellanus River. Yes, it's a few days from here to the north, near the foot of the Cataton Mountains.
Oh no.
While oh, sorry.
I had heard talk of an earthquake there.
Shocking.
Hmm.
What was the name of the mountain? Sorry.
Catachon. Katachon. Catachon.
While Kahir has been speaking to the group, does Amos recognize her at all?
No.
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 Okay.
All right. Well, I think that gives us
Right.
lots to go on. Are we all done
You
in
got-
questions?
Did you
Or
say
what do
that
we-
I had met her before? I knew about it. I'd
You
heard about
knew
her.
of her. You knew of her. You'd not.
Knew of, yeah.
No, I think you've probably met her before.
Okay.
Coming here and now, you realize you haven't been here before, but you have met her before.
And you said there was books, the Path of Phaenax.
They're what's
They're
written
all-
around the place.
Inscriptions on the wall.
Inscriptions on the wall.
Oh, okay.
If you'd like to take some time to read one, I can explain what it is. But
I'm going to ask Kahir a question. Kahir, during your lifetime, have you ever spent time on the outskirts of Satessa?
No. No, I can't say I have.
Insight check. Just to make sure.
roll me.
That's
Roll
an
me.
oracle. Jeez.
What'd you get?
Is insight just a straight D20? There's no modifiers.
D20 plus your insight, whatever your insight is.
underneath history?
Oh, okay. A 10.
Seems to be shooting straight.
Yeah, wisdom plus wisdom.
Mhm.
So, you seem to think four strangers, I mean, at least you know each other, have been chosen by a god for some sort of quest?
Perhaps it is not mine to tell the will of the gods, merely interpret. And if you've all seen the same vision,
Mm.
then perhaps that is the way.
Were we chosen, or was it happenstance? We just happened to be at the well when the return attacked.
Happenstance. You know nothing of the gods.
Is it?
Not a.
This man
I mean, I
runs
can't
through.
speak for the rest of you, but I've many teachings of the gods, especially Heliod. Some of you may, recognize the robes and whatnot, but I I mean, I would not call it happenstance that I myself am on a quest to communicate with the gods, and then one reaches out to me.
I also
So that's pretty bloody lucky if I were you.
believe in the word of the gods, especially one as Phaenax.
The Kahir leans forward and says, sounds like you are willing to follow the gods, but for those that don't, I can offer a reward. There are services and supplies I can offer. If you are successful, this is something I am very interested in. This is, as you said, has my name all over it.
Well, I think we've got something to go forward with, and if we have any more questions, Kia, we might
She
come back in
She
and
says-
ask.
one moment. She turns around and reaches in and grabs out a piece of parchment about yay big, and puts it forward, and you see it's a map of Theros, the one in particular that all of you have seen at some point in the book that I've shown. And she marks out whereabouts the river is at the base of the mountain and a rough journey to get there.
Cool.
It's not particularly detailed. It gives you the bases of places, but it's there. She says, "This is the closest I can get you. I would recommend finding the river and traveling along it. And if stories do tell to be true, then from after the earthquake, there's not as much water flowing down it. So maybe that helps."
You spoke of items or services that you'd be willing to.
Gold. You come back with more informations, with a cipher, artifacts from the tomb, rubbings of any stories or writings that you find in there. All of that. For each bit, more gold. If you bring a lot, I will give you plenty. If you bring a little, I will give you a little.
But
Sounds
nothing
good to me.
But nothing but the map right now.
For now,
No deposit,
map.
if you will.
I give no deposits at the start of a service.
All right, boys.
Amos looks towards the group, and a general consensus is off we go.
I'm in. Yeah, off we go. So
I guess we head out of Kahir's lair.
Where?
Lair.
Just a cabin. God.
Hello, dear.
As you head out with this newfound direction, excited and maybe apprehensive and concerned at the idea of being maybe excited at being a tool for the gods, but maybe some of you nervous at being a puppet.
Is this, given that we're heading north,
Mhm.
is this a we're obviously moving to where Amos and I have headed before. Is this a road that we would know? Would we know where Kristonos River is? Would we know of that?
You've passed it before. You don't really know exactly where it is. You know the
Right.
mountain range.
Yeah.
You know the base of the mountain range.
Yeah,
And you think you've probably gone over the river, but with no real knowledge of its name.
sure.
But I think with you guys leaving that and kind of having this direction, we'll finish up.
Yay! Nice. Love it.
Sounds good.
That's great. Oh, well done.
Hopefully that was
That
good.
was
It's
cool.
a little.
No, it's great.
The start of the story is
no.
a little like this. It's a little direct, but
Yeah.
hopefully we can
No, we
kind of-
can.
No, that's
we're
cool.
good,
I
yeah.
didn't know how it was going to kind of.
I've taken 6 pages of
How
notes,
direct,
so no, it's
you know.
good.
Just so I've got what direction are we heading? Like where?
North.
Like
North.
So if you
no, I know
guys
north, but like what were the locations that? were
so
mentioned?
if you guys have a look at them, if you
Lady
guys
Cat
can find
79,
that,
thank you for
if
the
just look at
raid
it,
and the host.
I've got
3
it on the
viewers,
map.
that's awesome. Thank you
it's-
so much.
it's-
How was
it's
your stream?
northeast, it's probably closer to the
Thank you
direction
so
you're
much.
heading.
We are doing a D&D. We're doing
If you were
episode
to
1, so
draw kind of a line between
I haven't been
Meletus and Mount
talking to
Kure, whatever.
stream a whole lot, but
Yeah, let's go with that.
just because we're sort of doing it for the
It's-
first time, but
it's-
we're having a
that's
lot of
kind
fun.
of the direction.
But I
of
really
the path that
appreciate
she's
your
laid out for you.
raid and your host.
Okay, cool.
I thank you for sharing your
And is that the
community.
river that they're telling us? The
I'm glad it was
Data?
good. That's
Data?
great. That's
Data?
excellent.
No. It's like northeast. You're heading.
We don't know
like,
how that.
further,
Yeah.
Like it's,
Cheers. Thank you.
But
But no, yeah, we're having a blast,
Like
so it's good
actual
fun.
like this is where the river is. There's
Oh,
kind of
okay.
a rough kind of area at the bottom of that mountain range. If you look there, it
Okay.
says the Catchland Mountains is that kind of mountain range on like the south side of Themos. And it's somewhere around that area.
Cool.
Wow. Until Monday.
No.
No?
I think I spoke to all of you about that. The fact that I unfortunately couldn't get it off for work.
Ah,
So we'll have to go the following Monday.
following Monday? Alright, sounds good. Or the following Saturday.
Don't organise
Everyone
on
can
time.
do Saturday.
Yeah,
we can...
yeah.
I have
I'll
a
announce it.
congrats. I have a congrats to the DM in my chat for you now.
Hey!
Thank you very much.
And
I
a
appreciate
round of
it.
applause for me as well. Episode 1.
Well done, everybody.
one.
Good job, guys. Episode 1, all
It was a
done.
lot of fun.
That's
Oh my
great.
goodness.
Classic
Um,
success.
I think, and maybe this might be something to prepare for. As you said, Dale, you weren't expecting us to get into that box so
Mhm.
soon
Yeah.
for it all. It seems like before we leave, I'm going to have to probably duck into the harbor to let them know what I've found. It doesn't seem like a lot, but I gave them my word. You said something you'd have to like roll to see what was on the notes that I found. Not a lot.
Yeah. So
But-
there was 5 notes, and I've got to work out which ones you've got a proper read of.
Mm.
And I'll pass that on once I've done that. That was, yeah. I wasn't expecting you guys to really. I wasn't really expecting you to look. I also wasn't expecting you to get in, because it was like a 20 just to find the bloody lock. And old mate, bloody Amos, is like, oh yeah, no worries, there it is. Oh yeah, I can get into it. Yeah, cool. Okay.
He broke his tools the first time.
Yeah, true.
OP.
But I was
Okay.
rushing in that. I was in the
Buddy,
middle of
thank
the
you for the
room
follow. I
with
really appreciate
everyone
it.
around.
Can't
How's
control my
your-
distress.
I can't. I need
How's
time
your
and
campaign going?
patience.
Stage fright. Nah, that was awesome. Obviously I couldn't even get into the box by myself. I tried to fucking tried to use
that
sword
was
to
fun.
get in. That's why I had a bit of a ding in
I
it.
did enjoy just kind of tying in your little escapade into this.
I
Yeah.
did not know. I thought this was because you said this would be a part of my story, and I was like, oh, just some backstory, lore, whatever. But
Yeah.
literally where we left
His
off was
story.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
left him off like just outside of Miletus at a well.
So good. Well, we did
and
the
then
same.
stuff.
Wasn't the same as us? We'd
You
come
guys were like
We
at
were on a
town-
road.
Yeah.
You guys were on a road.
up. Yeah.
So it would make sense that we were traveling and then
Yeah.
we ended up coming
Absolutely.
across like the well.
Yeah.
And Lindo was just kind of out there.
Yeah.
Because his combat
Yeah,
story
right.
was more of a random one. I was like, well, we'll just kind of throw him in there. It's a little. You're a bard. You're not surprising to just be chilling there.
he
Just
fought
be
several
wandering
coins
around.
in the well.
Bards follow the coin or the people and
Yeah.
see wherever it takes them.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Thanks, guys. If you've got any words or whatnot, any advice or how it was, that'd be great. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. I might have a better
That's
idea
great,
of like how
Kat.
far
That's really cool.
we'll get each
Rogue-
time.
I like the
depending on
rogue
things.
category. Is really cool.
It's hard to tell because some things will go through very
I'm a
quickly. and some
barbarian at
things
the
won't.
moment. It's good fun.
But yeah, that was session 1. It was a good bit of fun. I almost killed one of you, which would have been great, but
Very close.
How low did you get?
hear about how much
I was
the
8.
damage roll was going to be?
I was
Was it
8
8 health?
8 health.
Yeah, so if the nat 20 hit,
Yeah.
it's 1d6
Yeah.
for the sword,
Yeah.
3d6 for the poison.
Oh my
So I would have rolled
goodness.
8d6 for the damage.
Oh, doubled.
Doubled the dice.
I would have
You
been.
could have been.
I would
you
have been
could have
so dead.
You
Could have been dead twice,
dead.
bro.
I would
Yeah.
have been
Because
dead.
if I
dead.
deal, because you're what, 34 health?
Yeah.
So if I deal 17 overkill, you just die.
Wow.
You just die.
Wow.
So
I thought it was double.
I'm
like,
so glad I had disadvantage on roll.
how much life were you on actually?
I was on 8. At that stage, I was on 8.
So I would have had to deal
Like 25.
25. My first roll was a 17. My second roll was just a 10. That's 27. You would have been
dead,
dead.
I'm dead,
You would
yeah.
have just been
Easy,
dead.
easy.
I'm just dead.
Straight dead.
Wow.
Yikes.
That would
I
have
thought
been
it
it for your
was-
character.
I thought
As
it was
soon
like
as I
because
saw his face, I just knew he'd rolled a nat 20. It was just, it was devastating.
I was like, because I was like, oh, I just rolled a nat 20 on this guy that had. Oh, I might have just killed Fluffy.
And then you realize
No,
it's
Fluffy!
disadvantage.
And then I was like, oh, wait, disadvantage.
Yeah.
I won't kill him on the.